Hello, everybody. Hopefully our mics are working correctly, and you can hear us all.
Another episode of the Paper Dungeon.
Yes,
Let's go.
We are the Paper Dungeon.
Dun-dun.
We are the Paper Dungeon. We play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition every week on Monday, except for those weeks that we don't. If you notice, we're missing a couple people. Theoretically, Drew will be joining us. If there are any problems, please tell me in the chat. It has been a long time since I've ran a stream. So hopefully you can hear me well. Hopefully you can hear everyone else well. Hopefully nothing goes horribly wrong.
One's in chat if you can hear me.
Yeah. If anything is too loud, I can't tell. I don't have all the fancy tech stuff that Drew has. So hopefully this goes fine. That's ones. We're living the dream.
Yeah,
we didn't blow it.
We're doing this.
Awesome. Yes. First off, we're going to do a couple introductions. I'm going to start with myself. Sorry, guys. I threw that one on you. I forgot about myself for the introduction order. I'm Aaron, the DM. I played in the campaign 1. This time I'm DMing. That's me.
I'm DJ. I'm going to be playing Oda Amana. I was the DM last campaign.
Jar Jar.
Mic difficulties. My bad. Mic difficulties.
Whoa.
I'm Jar Jar, and I am playing Medora.
Nice.
Stellar.
My name's Grant, and I'm playing Leslie, the sultry man. And I have a fun fact for you all. The fun fact is Australia is wider than the moon. Like
That
not
is a
whiter,
very-
like wider. Yeah.
That is a very fun fact, Grant.
Thank you.
I also think that you forgot to mention that you're playing not just the sultry Leslie, but the sexy, nerdy Leslie.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's
Very
what he's.
important.
That's what he tries to be. He doesn't really pull it off.
I
but
think that he pulls
in
it
his
off
heart
very
he is.
well.
Well, that means a lot. And you're the DM, which means you are God,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
means that is law.
In canon.
That's just blasphemy right there.
I want somebody to so badly knock the books out of Leslie's hands.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a little
Well,
helpless.
I can't
but-
wait until he takes his glasses off and everyone's like, whoa, he was hot the whole time?
I can't wait
he's like,
until he
it's
loses
Captain
his
List.
glasses and he's like wandering around the floor. He's like, my glasses. And
I
then Addie
lost my
steps on them on
glasses.
purpose.
Yeah, he's like crawling around and he's looking good.
And but then Addie's going to find the glasses and she's just going to
We're-
step on them and be like, oops,
Guys,
I found
guys,
them.
Sorry.
We're
Do we
breaking
have the
my
intro real?
Yes.
You
No,
can't
not at
say-
all.
Oh, okay.
I have a couple of things that I have to cover first, everybody.
Okay. Everybody lock in.
I'm trying. Drew leaves and we all fall apart.
Pretty much.
First thing that I want to say, thank you to our Kickstarters. You are very important. The reason that we can have a campaign too. Especially, gosh dang, look at your emails. We have sent out a second wave. If you have not already filled out your little, I'm blanking on the word right now. It's going to be a rough night. Yes, you can. So that way, and we're working on sending out our stuff, but we need surveys back. So please fill out your surveys. Mythic tier backers, an email has been sent to you. So that way I can coordinate with you. And then we can get together and you can craft your Mythic tier event. So please respond to that message. That way I can figure out how to work with you. Yes, Ace Spade. Those are buttons and stickers that we are working on sending out as fast as we can. We are working on fulfillment as well as we can do. Also, this is an occasionally adult stream. It is not always meant for children. Sometimes you need to be adults and be mature because there will be mature content. So expect that as a potential thing that can happen. It's an important reminder that sometimes I've forgotten.
Especially in Leslie's new outfit. You never know.
Anything could happen. There's spicy scenes the entire episode tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
But I think that is all that I have. I'll be honest. I don't have Drew's fancy. I normally say like, Drew, roll the clip. I don't have a clip.
I was going to say that for you. Ready? Aaron, roll the clip.
I don't have a clip, Grant.
Did you not
Oh,
hear
that's
him
what
say he
I thought
doesn't
you
have a
said
clip?
you
No,
did.
I literally
thought you
said-
did
I
have a
literally
clip.
said that
And
I
now
don't.
Now I look silly. Now I look like a silly
maybe
little
you shouldn't
man.
interrupt me when I'm trying to do the intro, Grant.
All right, Aaron, roll the recap.
Yes. Last time on the paper dungeon. A lot of things happened. Specifically, they returned to the edge. The 5 of them plus 2, the 2 being Captain Silvers and the mysterious kind of murdery guard that they knocked out, the young girl that attempted to kill them earlier. They took with them to the edge to attempt to repair the skirmisher with the help of one of Leslie's old crewmates, the young Timothy. They find YT amidst the middle of his workday, amidst, I just said amidst twice. I'm really, gosh dang, lacking today, everybody.
Start the amidst counter.
Yes, no kidding. He was working with a bunch of Hadazee, kind of monkey-like in appearance with sugar glider type wings that connect from their wrists to their ankles to allow them to glide. Hadazee are thrill seekers, a little dangerous, kind of explosive, really living life to the fullest, living close to the edge. They managed to get in contact with young Timothy and, for the most part, repair the skirmisher. Unfortunately, the after effects of grafting a different spell slinger, is that what I'm thinking of?
Spell jammer.
Spell jammer. What am I doing, dog? You're
good. I got your back
It's a tough
today.
day, you know? Thanks, Grant.
Yeah, I got your back. It's a Monday.
It is a Monday. I just woke up from a nap too, so we're a little rough.
Oh, no wonder.
But grafting a spell jammer to a ship that it was not originally intended for. The after effects being a ripple through the edge that caused a lot of shifting in this massive garbage dump that they are currently residing in. That shift, that almost earthquake-like energy, caused a couple of very bad explosions in the Hadazee workplace and kind of their like arena that is where they do a lot of their like ritual and just kind of relaxing. They head to the Hadazee group and manage to save 5 of them who are in the arena trapped under various vehicles and stopping a countdown of explosions before that ending the episode right there. That's what happened last episode. That's where we're going to pick up.
Wow.
The 5 of you, all present, are just at the entrance to the arena. You have 5 different Hadazee currently slung over your shoulders. In Addie's case, she has like 1 slung around her neck, 1 under each arm, just kind of carrying in more ways than one. As you leave the arena, you see in the distance, Akishi is just kind of pointing people in directions. He's sending medics to different places. The arena was unfortunately not his direct responsibility. Like right now, he's on the job. He has to take care of the people that are working for him before the like maybe personal attachments that he might have to people who are off the clock. So he is currently in full work mode. You see darting in and out of the building that is still kind of a little bit on fire. You see young Timothy running around carrying people out of the burning teardown shop.
That's my boy.
All sorts of stuff like that. He is technically the person in charge of safety here. So, you know,
this is really all Timothy's fault.
Yeah, he is fulfilling his role. Yeah, that is kind of the state of affairs.
Okay.
All right, everybody, we got him out. We need to get these people to some help stat. Oda, can you do much healing? Can you help these folks?
Yeah. Give me let's get away from the arena and then I need about 10 minutes.
Oh, good thinking. Let's move the bodies. Well, the people that are still
not
alive.
bodies
Let's
yet.
move them away. I would probably think towards where some of the other commotion is happening. Like,
Let's
so
try and join
still
as
in the main
many
area, but
people together as we can. Anybody that needs help.
Sounds good.
yeah.
The
Let's make a big pile of wounded so that Oda can cast a blessing
Roughly
over
within
the
a
mound.
30-foot radius would be really great.
A triage
Yeah.
unit.
We'll just surround Oda.
Up to actually up to 6. I just realized I can't just do as many people as I want.
The Hadazi, who was kind of operating the pyrotechnics, trying to shut down the display that did not have a like stop button. He will assist you because for the most part he's relatively unwounded. He's got a couple of scrapes. His ankle is a bit twisted up. It's a bit bruised, but for the most part,
they were balling on.
well, it was trapped in a crevice of metal.
Wow.
So
wow,
it's a little
DJ.
sprained.
That's a rough game. Rough game, you know. Like
How
I hate
insensitive.
when I'm playing basketball and I just
You just
trapped
get
in a crevice of
rebar.
metal.
Just
right
rebar through
yeah.
the side.
The light work.
Hate it
Walk
when
it
that
off.
happens.
He will assist you. He will introduce himself as Duretti Boom Maker.
Ready.
DB.
And he will assist with kind of your triage unit, getting everyone. He will also give you the names of the people, which he then gets like little sticky, like little tags, so that way you know how to refer to them.
people.
Yeah, he can't do a lot of the lifting and carrying, so he's doing a lot of the like, hey, if someone starts to die, you can say blank is dying more than just like the one over here.
As we're organizing it, I'll take the 6 most wounded, which also might include Medora.
Yeah, how is Medora looking?
If I
So
remember correctly, you
basically,
were-
while all of this is happening, I don't even think they like stop to realize where, like, she has a decent bit of scrapes and bruises, but I don't think they see her like in the back just be like, "What happened? Why didn't I do my best? Why did I fail? What's going on?" Like she's kind of like muttering to herself, like almost like and kind of like shaking because in her mind right now she's just like, why did I fail? And
We're gonna
Oh,
grab
she's-
Medora too.
guide her by the
what's going on?
arm.
What's going on?
Hey, Medora.
What's going on?
Hey, Medora.
What's
Medora.
going on?
Hey,
What's
hey.
going on? What's going on?
Hello, Medora.
What? What?
You, why don't you just come sit down over here?
Yeah, we're
And I'll
gonna
just, like,
start
kinda-
helping folks.
Gently come sit her down with the rest of the people, and I'm gonna start a prayer of healing. So I'll be busy
I'm-
for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
good.
sounds good. That sounds good. I think I'm going to go ahead and while he gathers the bodies, I'll just try to assist in whatever way that I forget his name, the like main Hadazi that's kind of like shouting orders.
Akishi.
I'll probably Akishi.
Yeah.
I'll probably see what Akishi still needs from me, and I'll try to assist like gathering people together while they do healing. I'll also before that, I'll also ask Medora. While you're like there, take some breaths. I know it's been a bit of a time, an unexpected one. Yeah. Remember, play to your strengths. It'll be okay. Can you heal?
Not really. I mean, I can help, but I know
Okay.
that I can quickly help mend things, really small things. I can't, fix holes in tarps, but if like somebody needs a cloak fixed or like something that's
maybe
broken that
maybe help Oda and start fixing some people's clothes that are maybe ripped up. How about that? It gives you something to do, something to put your mind on.
Okay.
At this point, you hear Oda as he's like muttering a prayer under his breath and like meditating in the corner. He goes, "No, for 6 more minutes," and then he keeps muttering.
What? Wait, you want me to help that guy?
There's
Like, because like she
dark
regains her
magic.
senses. She's like, wait. You want me to help the guy that we just invited into the group?
Fair enough. Why don't you follow me and help mend
for
their
5 more minutes.
clothes?
5 more minutes. Just sit down for 5 minutes.
I'll
Oda,
grab
you
Medora's
see-
arm and bring Medora along with me to help.
No! You just
wait,
wasted
wait,
my
wait.
spell.
Oh shoot!
Wait, what? Wait,
I'm
hold
in the middle of a prayer of healing.
Grant,
Whoa!
so prayer of
hold
healing
on.
takes 10 minutes to
shoot.
cast.
Oh my god! You guys leave, and I was like, oh, whatever. And he just keeps praying.
I thought I didn't realize Oda was healing us.
I did not realize.
Not you, just Medora and 5 of the hurt people. Oh my goodness! You guys are both fired.
Don't worry, Drew.
I'm quite red.
Don't worry, Drew. Don't worry, DJ.
Right here.
Akishi notices
good.
that you are,
Please,
first of all,
someone
he
has
knows that
sense.
you are a man of the cloth. Notices you sitting on the ground. He rolled a 19. He is a bit of a
nice.
religious man himself, and so he recognizes your prayer.
Good man.
He will bring over one of the injured people and just kind of lay them in your triage unit.
Good. Get rid of Medora. She doesn't want my healing
Yeah,
anyway.
fine.
Oh,
I'm so
what I do?
It's
Dang.
not my fault. How hurt
Dang.
do you look, Medora?
Like,
Scrapes and bruises while we're walking.
On a scale of 1 to your max health,
Yeah. That's a great question.
oh gosh, I think I don't know why it reset. I
Here's
want
what
to
I'll
say
do.
I was like a
I
little
remember
bit.
you were pretty beat up.
I was like a little bit less, or sorry, not a little bit less, a little bit more than half.
For the sake of survival, I'll go
not
like
bad. That's
there,
fine.
and I'll cure wounds. I'll give Medora a cure wounds, and look at that. I rolled an 8 on my D8, which makes it pretty good. That makes it a whole 10 health for you. You're welcome.
And that actually puts me back to max health.
Incredible. So then it's not all for naught.
It's
Damn,
okay.
well, you said somebody brought somebody in Oda's circle. Does that mean that Oda's prayer can continue?
yeah. Well, yeah. So
Okay.
it wouldn't stop. He would just get one less person that would be healed by it.
One less.
So Akishi will
So we
bring
scamper
over,
off.
bring over one of the hurt people. You guys will go and assist.
It's okay. Prayer of
young
healing
Timothy.
has no effect on undead or constructs anyway, so they wouldn't work on Medora anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't believe you just revealed
Wow.
that Medora is a construct.
I was more thinking the undead, but
Wow!
Um,
Medora remembers that.
Medora will remember. But yeah, that's you guys go. Could you roll? Oh man, one of you roll survival with advantage.
I kind of vote
Survival
Medora.
proficiency. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
let's do Medora. Oda's focusing on like healing people and doing
Proficiency
clericy
plus
stuff.
I'm not a part of this.
advantage, man. I know it's advantage anyway, so I'll be fine. Oh, I don't add. Well,
I'm assuming that Addie is also going to be attempting to save people's lives.
18.
Fantastic. Between you and Leslie, you're able to kind of navigate through. You meet up with young Timothy. He like sends you in a direction for the next like several hours. You guys are covered in soot and scratches. You have been carrying people out of this like kind of consistently exploding building. Like it's kind of unrealistic the amount of explosions that are like happening consistently.
Wow.
Like it's a lot. But you managed to pull people out of there. Oda, your healing spell goes off. Ooh, gosh. Guys, our
my
friend has
gosh.
returned.
We're gonna be right back. But
we
we
are going
add
to
Drew
go
to this
to
episode.
the Be Right Back screen.
Be
Let's
right back.
go.
Be
and,
right back.
And then we will be back shortly. We're back.
It's probably would have been a
or
good time for me
Ta-
to grab a pencil, right? Wouldn't it have been?
Yeah, that probably Drew. Talith, yeah, as we established, was like running around, leeching
Yeah.
the life force off of the
100%.
dying, Hadizes. Right, Drew.
Sure, why not? No, no.
You're not out there
What-
collecting
what-
soul charges?
Oh, yeah, maybe you
no,
have to
that's-
tell-
I don't do that.
I just realized you might have
What's
to
the-
tell
what's the thing that
Drew
you
what's
smoke?
happening.
Yeah, that would be lovely. A little
Sorry,
bit of a.
I just
set the
realized
scene
that you
would
could
be-
see the border of Grant's box. So I had to fix that real quick.
Good work.
What has happened, Drew? Currently, you have left the arena with all of your survivors. Oda cast Prayer of Healing, attempting to also heal Medora. Leslie, not realizing that, took Medora away from there. And they joined the rest of the rescue forces in the building with Addie as well. Akishi, young Timothy, all of them are kind of working to basically pull people out of a burning, tear-down building. And theoretically, I just said like a couple hours passed while that was happening. What were you doing during those 2 hours, Drew?
Oh boy. Well, here, let me pull up my character sheet because that would probably be helpful.
Overrated.
So here's one thing, DM.
Yeah.
I cannot help dead or dying people.
Uh-huh.
You can just suck their blood.
So the best let's see. I'm so the best that I would be doing is just, I suppose, scanning the area to make sure that there aren't any people that are like in critical condition that are far away from being helped, or like still
You could provide
in
moral
imminent
support.
danger.
Hold people's hands.
Hold
Yeah.
people's hands.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that is a good point. I would say Melody for sure would be providing all sorts of moral support. And Talith, I feel like actually would be just awkwardly standing like it's like
I love the
finger on the
idea
shoulder.
that Talith is like kind of queasy when it comes to like gore and blood.
Ooh.
well, he just doesn't really know what to do, so he's just kind of standing there awkwardly, just in the way enough.
Does Oda notice that?
He probably he's like standing out of the way. Talith, you do see on the ground one of the survivors that you guys rescued, whose name is, you can see they have a little name tag that was put on them in order to identify who they were. Their name is Lakiri, which is also Akishi's fiance.
Oh, she's the one that got stabbed with the rebar.
Yeah.
We saved her.
Is that the right one? Do I have the right name? Am I blowing it?
For sure.
That sounds right
makes
to
most
me.
sense.
Because I went to the one that was his fiance. And
That's
I went to the one that
Shirizu.
was
My
rebar.
bad. Different one. Too many names over here, and they're all interesting, you know?
Even with the name tags,
This
the
was
DM
the one.
struggles.
Yes.
That's right.
This is the one that Leslie saved the farthest away from everyone, that was like surrounded by the like little creepy bug creatures, who was like, who currently had like both of her legs kind of messed up. So she like can't walk, and she is like
Leslie.
feebly motioning to you, Talith.
Leslie thoughts for love.
Sure, yeah, I'll come over.
She's laying on the ground, and she just,
I'll like kneel down and like place just a very soft hand on her shoulder.
she'll whisper to you, and she'll go, water.
I'll pull out my water skin and just try and gently feed her some.
She will gladly. She like chokes on it a little bit because it's really hard to drink while lying down. And she'll like pat you on like the thigh, as she'll say, "Is there anyone in the picture? Are you single? Are you dating? Or are you like available?"
What?
I just noticed you while I was lying here.
I'm very sorry, but my heart is someone else's.
What?
I really got a gush thing. Get me while I'm down, huh? Yeah, it's fine. I'll just probably never be able to walk again. I figured this was my last chance, so, you know.
Well, I mean, it's better that I not lie to your face.
You know, I appreciate that. I'm just going to die young, and that's fine.
Isn't that like
this
kind of
point-
guys' whole thing?
No, our goal is, it isn't to die. It's to walk the border between life and death. Death is still to be, like, not looked forward to. And it's, you know, it's...
I see.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I figured, hey, live on the edge, ask the cute guy out.
I like look over to
Here we
Oda
are.
and like,
Talith, Hey, get over here.
No, it's
You
fine.
get
It's
over
fine.
here.
Just go. It's fine. Just go. she'll pretend to pass out to get
whatever.
out of this awkward
I'll-
situation.
I'll come over to Oda, I guess.
Come here. And I just like grab his hand and I'm gonna like shove his hand so he's holding the wound and like applying pressure. Stay here.
Okay.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. And I'm gonna go help somebody else.
Yeah.
Just leave him there.
You are now holding shut the wounds on Shirizu, who has been like stitched together somewhat by magic. Like Oda put some work in, like on the way over, but still, just there was a lot of rebar.
Now, if I do recall correctly, DM. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I at one point bought 3 health potions, and I gave
Yes.
one to Addie, one to I believe Leslie, and I think I gave the other one to Medora.
I don't
Ish.
think you gave me one. I think you gave me wait. Yeah, I don't think you gave me one. I don't think you did.
Well, I know I bought 3, and I know I didn't keep one for myself. And,
Well, you
and
definitely didn't
Oda
give one to me.
and Oda wasn't around at the time, so you're the only other option.
Congratulations, Midori. You have a healing potion on you.
Oh, look at me go!
A little item gained bubble pops up above Medora.
I'm like, what the?
So knowing that, I will look up, and I will look for either Leslie or Medora. Are either of them nearby?
No. Leslie and
We're out of
Medora
there.
are both in the burning building. They have been for like 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
see, I rolled for Addie to like be like saving people, and she crit. So you see her
Nice. What?
running out
Oh my
of the
gosh.
building with like 4 people under her arms. She just like tosses them to Akishi and then
Nice.
sprints back into the building.
At this point, I'll have come back from putting 2 tourniquets on the girl that was just flirting with Talith, and then I'll run back over to Talith.
She did give you a scrap of paper that includes her like a way to magically contact her through a sending stone.
By the way,
She is trying.
Specifically, she
Well,
said
actually,
if you could give this to him just in case.
Wow.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure he's single, so I think that'd be great. I'll be right back. And then I'll go back over to Talith. I'm going to whip out a rag. I'll be like, all right, I stick a piece of paper in my mouth. And I put my hand where his hand is, and then I hand him a rag. Clean off your hands. Here you go. I think, okay. Here's the, she seemed really into you, just so you know. And she's kind of cute, so
Right.
like, there you
Yeah,
go.
okay, cool.
Anyway, I need
Puts
you to
it in
go
his
get
bag.
like a piece of metal that's like red hot, like really hot. You know, like go like make a fire. We gotta cauterize the wound. Like, yeah, go do that.
Okay.
Drop that super hot, red hot piece
DM.
of metal. I say to somebody nearby, and they
So
drop
there's a
it.
building that's on fire.
Yeah, and it's also like a metal teardown building. It would be very easy to find like a red hot piece of metal.
Can I just walk over there and I'll just. I'll find a rag
Talith, hurry!
and then I'll pick it up and not do it with my bare hands, and then I'll bring it back.
You have bare
So just
hands?
imagine that Talith is just looking at the building like, if I pick up this
Oh
piece,
no,
it might be
100%.
much
Like literally, like he found a bar immediately, but he's like,
Huh.
do I want to pick this up with my bare
Addy
hands?
just sprints past him
Actually,
carrying
wait
like
a second.
4 like random people. She just like looks at him and like sits him on the ground and runs back into the building.
As you come back, Talith, you just hear Oda muttering about lacking spell slots and being a weak piece of trash.
Dang.
All of
Yeah,
you
there, buddy.
perform your
feel the
duties admirably. Yes, Leslie.
I just like the thought, and I wanted to voice this, that whenever Oda goes up to somebody to heal them, they're like, no, I'm too young to die. They're like
There is-
terrified of Oda.
Here's the thing. As long
but
as
then
no
he
one
shows her.
sees his holy symbol, they're like, "Oh, look, a kind man assisting with rescue things." the like anyone who saw him praying like during the healing thing, they're panicked.
Yeah,
Incredible.
just be like, "Oh, Onyx Angel, please
Yeah.
help me," and they're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, thankfully,
bro.
Oda is mainly dealing with like the high risk people who are mostly unconscious or in shock. So they're
him.
the people who are like, oh no, I have like a large gash in my leg, are someone else can deal with them.
Sirius actually probably would be assisting Oda as like a makeshift
Tourniquet,
like
I was gonna say, use him as a tourniquet.
just
like
boa constrictor the
he'll
leg.
like scout out a little bit ahead of Oda and find somebody and like real quick like wrap himself around until Oda gets over there with an actual tourniquet.
I'm just saying, have we ever
That's awesome.
considered using snakes like boa constrictors as tourniquets in times of danger? You know,
I wonder if it's
It's
ever
a-
You
it's
could
a
train
thought.
one.
All of you perform your actions admirably. It's like 2 hours before the fires are out. You have everyone that you think is like doable, and savable from this whole like situation. They're out there. They're healed as best that they can. Emergency services have arrived to assist with the saving of people. There's not a lot of emergency services on the edge. It's like 2 people that are on loan from the there's a demiplane hospital service basically.
That's incredible.
Yes, and so they have 2 one doctor, 1 nurse. And that is their entire job, is just like, well, sometimes people get injured at this factory and it happens a lot.
Can the flump be going around making people feel better?
No, he has a job to do.
Oh, never mind.
He's at work,
I'm sorry.
Grant.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, yeah, of course. The old ball and chain.
He doesn't get paid for moral support. That's just a thing that
Yeah.
he does.
Oh my god.
A crisis at the
Yes.
stadium? They'll
Not
handle
my
that.
problem. That happens like every other week. They can stop by the shop if they want to buy something or get motivated, you know?
Still got to pay bills somehow.
Absolutely. You think it's cheap out here? It is very cheap out here. Drew.
That's capitalism, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So after like all the people are stable,
Yeah.
it seems, and my fumbling around is no longer helpful, I will like take a moment and take a step back and just kind of like kneel down and just try and sense if there are any other possible like reverberations happening or going to like happen again, just to make sure that we are stable.
Absolutely. Roll
Everywhere.
an Arcana check.
I would love that.
Drew's favorite thing for me to say in the world.
Alpha's
Right
just
now
like,
it is.
Yo, I get that you guys are dying, but like if the weave is unraveling right now, that's a bigger issue.
I mean, he's kind of right.
22 Arcana, DM.
You do not. You are not able to detect any latent energy in the ground. You kind of have a way of naturally feeling the weave, and the tremors have moved on beyond this mortal plane. So you should be in the clear.
Okay. Lovely.
As you all get kind of settled and organized, start taking a breather, you notice that Addie, wow, I just blanked so hard on names. Addie is way more beat up than she was. I mean, she's been putting in a lot of work. So she's hurting a little bit. Kind of on her last legs. Akishi will come over to your little group as you guys are sitting there, drinking out of little paper cups of water.
Like wool blankets wrapped around us, and
Akishi will walk over, and he'll say, "Hey, I know that y'alls are pretty new around here, and I don't know you too well. We met this morning. I'd like to say thank you for your help here today. I mean, that was some good work out there. I wouldn't have a fiance if it weren't for you. So I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hey, you got us. Yeah, we got your backs. You know, if you need something, you ask. We'll find a way to get it for you. Most stuff, you know, favors, but we repay our favors in kind, you know. So, friends for life, or something like that.
And who is this one again? I'm sorry.
This is the foreman of the kind of like trash heap tear down kind of stuff. This is a Kishi oil screecher, the leader of the Hattersley.
Right.
Well, I'm awfully sorry that we couldn't be of more help. I mean, your fancy stadium, it's all up in flames.
Oh,
It'll take
you'd be
so long to
surprised.
rebuild.
No, actually, the stadium is kind of just built like it's kind of just built like an egg. Real sturdy outside, real flexible inside. So the inside looks real bad. It's kind of scrambled right now, but we can clean that up real quick, and it'll be back. I mean, it'll be back at function probably by tomorrow. Honestly, if we really put our minds to it, the biggest problem is going to be filling those holes at those and getting rid of the bug extermination. But we can do a lot of that outside. I did not expect. I did not expect all those freaky little critters to crawl out of there. Those Kruthic. Didn't know there was a nest below the stadium. A big one came up. One of the older ones. So I mean, they're like the size of a car. So it's gonna. Yeah, we'll deal with it. It'll be fine.
And none of this is gonna delay your wedding or nothing.
I mean, we might have to delay it by like a day. Thankfully. Priest is alive. He was on break.
Oh, that's good to hear.
When the rumble happened, so we're good. But you are, of course, you're invited to the wedding. All of you are. So I mean, obviously, I don't want to force you guys, but like you are kind of the saviors of a lot of the people here. Everyone's going to be attending. You know, kind of a big deal. You saved my fiance. She was the one with all the rebar through her, and you know, yeah, but
Terrible.
she's doing real good.
Heartbreaking.
Look, we bounce back fast. Plus, we got those Doc over there. He knows his stuff. You know, I took Spike clean through the chest once. Just about killed me. Healed me back up. I was back at work 2 days. It was good stuff.
That's
So.
impressive.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. This doc seems pretty skilled. Who taught them? Like how'd they get so
They're professionals. They're from
professional. Okay.
Yeah. They're trained. They're real. That's a real deal. It's from from the sector hospital. He's on kind of permanent loan because regulations require that we have like a medical professional on site. And so we kind of pay him stuff to keep us all up and running. But yeah, no, he's good. He's real good. Him and his nurse, they're a little strange, but real good at what they do. I think some strangeness kind of comes with the trade.
Don't I know it?
Oh, ain't that the truth? Oda, I see you have your hand up.
As Kishi's been talking, I'm going to just like politely like take like 3 steps back. Having noticed that Addie is not looking good, and I'm gonna go ahead and harness my divine powers. So it's gonna be a bonus action. I touch my holy symbol, and you hear me utter a prayer, and I regain my 1st level spell slot. If I look over at Addie, does she seem like she'll stab me if I touch her?
That's a fantastic question.
Likely.
Probably.
Yeah, all of us are
I've
like,
rolled the die.
probably.
Obviously, I cannot dictate what Gracie might do in this situation, but I rolled like a 4. So you think that she's pretty out of it. If you were to gauge her on a scale of 1 to her max health, she'd be out of 1.
Okay, all right. We're gonna go deal with your wounds.
Like she's standing there and she like looks real cool and standoffish, but you're not sure if like she's standing like that to look cool and like lean against a wall, or if she can't actually stand upright.
I'm going to go find Melody actually real quick.
Yeah, the bird flaps over.
Yeah. At this point, she's probably actually if Melody sees how beat up Addie is, she probably is already over there.
Ah, dang it! I needed her as my entrance. Okay.
As her entrance.
Let's see.
Can you-
How much
Oda
do I
sees
care?
Melody
How much
fly
does
down
Oda
and is
care
like,
about
"Dang."
wine?
Oda,
I mean,
Pretty
what do you need from her?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go over to Addie. Addie, I'm so sorry to bother you. I think
What?
Alf was looking for Melody. So if you just wanted to head over, and maybe I think you need her for something.
whatever.
Cool. Great.
She'll just start
And
to.
then I'm just gonna like
head
as she
towards
goes
Talith.
back, I'm gonna like pretend like I kind of stumble and bump her with my shoulder and cast cure wounds. It's kind of like accidentally like trip like an old man. Not shoulder checking her.
Smooth.
Very much not shoulder checking
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Smooth, Oda.
I'm not starting a fight here.
You will bump into her. She will tense up and like kind of push you a little bit.
Sorry.
She's like, "Don't touch me,"
Yeah, sorry.
and
Anyway.
she'll keep going. Can you roll? Oh, can you also roll? Oh, can you roll a wisdom sleight of hand?
Yes, please.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, that's such
Love
a
it.
good roll.
That's
Let's
a new
see.
one. I've never asked for a wisdom sleight of hand before.
18 on die, 23.
Okay, you don't think that she
I'm really
notices
good at-
the healing that has happened?
I'm really good at healing people who don't want me to heal them.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do I want? I want cure wounds, which is 1d8. Is that how this works? Eventually, I'll learn my spells.
Overrated.
1d8 plus your wisdom.
Grant hasn't noticed spells for like 10 years.
That's true. I
And
don't
look
even
at
know
him,
what a spell
and
is.
he's
gosh.
thriving. Look at him. Look
Look
at
at me, I
the
don't even
joy
know what a
in
spell
his
is.
heart.
She regains 13 HP.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that her max HP is like maybe 30, maybe a little bit below. So yeah,
I think
she's
that's
like
true, yeah.
at mid health. That's really solid. And she will head over to Talith and say, "Here's your bird."
Oda like
Oh,
visibly relaxes.
Thanks, I guess. I'll just reach out my hand, and Melody will just hop onto my
Mhm.
hand, and then I will just place her onto my
And
shoulder.
then Addie will go back and lean against a wall. Real cool.
Leslie will sort of like face away from Kitashi. What is this?
Akishi.
Akishi.
Um,
Akishi.
Leslie will just kind of turn away and do a little group huddle with Akishi in the back.
I mean, is Kishi still talking to us, or is he done? He's got his whole spiel
I mean,
out.
he kind of invited you to go to the wedding, and then you know, it kind of ended into small talk. He's mainly here for the little cups of water. That's like the other thing. He's
And
not-
now Leslie is going to take a quick aside and go, "All right, everybody, I feel a little bit bad because we did this, right? I think it would be the least we could do to attend Akishi's wedding, right? I mean,
That sounds great.
Do we all have to go?
yeah.
I want to be honest. I want to be honest.
we just
Weddings are really not my thing. Like
Yeah.
like people. I don't people at all.
That's
so you cause an earthquake on the eve of this man's wedding.
Okay. Now hold on a minute.
It's your boat, Leslie.
We're all in this together.
I didn't touch nothing. I just got dragged here.
Suit yourself. I just don't know if I'd be able to sleep at night with that on my conscience.
Look. If you want to stick around for the wedding, that's totally fine. I don't know if Medora and I's presence would honestly be missed or even noticed. If I'm being entirely honest,
Yeah.
like
Leslie. Do you want to go to the wedding with me? Do you want to be my +1 to this wedding?
Could we matchies? Like we could
Yeah, sure.
we
sure,
could
sure,
coordinate
sure.
our outfits even
God.
if you wanted.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like weddings. They give me
also
all.
like weddings.
hey,
I
Aaron,
know, it's such a beautiful moment. Can we?
does Addie seem to want to go to this wedding?
Absolutely not. You kidding?
We
just
should already
making
know
sure.
this answer.
I'm just trying to.
Leslie and I are going on a date. That's what's
I
happening.
can't predict anything as to what she would say, but this is what I honestly think Addie's response would be when posed with a question. Do you want to go to this wedding? She would say something along the lines of, "It's probably not the biggest thing that we have to deal with, but whatever." That's my best guess. It's my best
Okay.
guess.
Ah, that's
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
specifically, she'll be like to keep an
not
eye on him,
angsty
I
enough.
guess.
Yeah.
Like looking at Oda.
I'll look at Akishi. Remind us, what time is the wedding again?
Oh yeah. It'll probably be like tomorrow.
That's good.
Yeah, we got to do a little bit of rescheduling.
But like in the evening. And
Probably we originally planned for like an afternoon into evening type thing. You know, start the party early. We got a reason to get off work early.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah. So
Okay. So turning back towards the others. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. You know, if it's an afternoon wedding, we could make a very short appearance for the ceremony.
Yes.
And then they leave immediately after.
But
Okay.
no party.
No reception.
Sit here, old man and lion dude. We don't
Oh, yeah.
have
Whoa.
time
Whoa.
for a party.
Leslie, I will remind you the whole reason that we tried to find your old ship and get it started again was because we have a dying 4-year-old.
Yeah.
she's older than
well.
four.
She's dying. Oh wait, no,
Bit
I did
older.
that. Mine, sorry.
A little bit older.
She's like
But
14.
still,
You got a four.
Still
You
a
got a four,
child.
right?
Dang, that's a good
I
point,
like the
guys.
4-year-old.
That's a good
And-
point.
Little
and
ball
on
of
top
murder.
of it, although he helped us,
All
Captain
right, all right, all
Silvers
right.
is still on that ship too.
We won't stay late. We'll leave tomorrow evening. How about that?
A celebration of life or of love is really beautiful, but like
Yeah, it is. It is,
not
which is
having to
why we
perform,
can make an
not
appearance
having to
and then we can
perform a
leave.
celebration of life or I'm happy to do my job, but I really hate when I have to do it. So if we could avoid the dying child situation, I'd prefer that more so than going into the wedding. I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I'm really tired. And you guys look at Odo for the first time and realize that he's at like 10 HP out of 30, and he's
Oh.
used every single one of his spell slots and his extension to his spell slots. He's tired.
Hold on, bud. I'll take out the surprisingly random health potion that I somehow pull out my dress pocket, and I'm like, I don't know how this got here, but you're looking a little beat up, old man.
No,
A little beat up.
I appreciate that. Honestly, a good night's sleep is gonna be really great.
Take
I'd much
the
rather you.
potion out
I
of
would
my
really
hand.
much rather you take
and keep it with
in
you.
case of an emergency, because I'm not in like emergency situation. I'm just tired, I'm just tired. I
Yeah.
used up a lot of my mana,
I think
You
a good
keep
nap
that
would do
just
him
in
well.
case. Really good nap would be really good. Yeah,
Nice power
that's
nap.
really all I
Okay.
need. Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you
Akishi
for- thank
will
you, my child. That's
kind of
really
tap
beautiful.
on one of your guys' shoulders in this little huddle.
I
I'll
like to
be
think
like,
that Akishi has joined the huddle.
yeah,
we're-
he's just been here the whole time.
Akishi says something,
He
and then we're
is like
"Whoa."
pretty short. Like he's like below line of sight naturally. And he'll say, so by the way, if any of you guys happen to know anyone who has well, let me tell you, this whole Rumble business, I know for a fact it was from someone attempting to align a spell jammer on a ship with a not properly aligned gravity well, which backfired. And hey, that's going to happen sometimes. But yeah, I mean, that's why we have regulations for this kind of stuff. Basically, it was jerry rigging a spell jammer, and technically illegal. But hey, this isn't. If you were to find out who it was, I want everyone to know that I wouldn't be upset with it.
Okay.
Right.
Just
Yeah, okay.
hey, we live life on the edge here as Hadazee. Wouldn't be the first time one of us has misaligned a gravity well.
Right.
Right.
The last time this
Well,
happened was
well-
like 5-6 years ago. It happens sometimes. We get some doobies running around, starting up a ship. How would you know if you've never done that before? It doesn't happen too often. But
Doesn't at all.
if you could just if you happen to find someone running around with an unregistered spell jammer, with it's probably going to pull a bit to the left. You can tell when it's flying; it'll pull a little bit to the left. Feel free to just send them our way.
And would you help like get that spelljammer registered? Or
I mean, if they paid,
is this kind of like
we'd do just about anything if someone paid. It might be a bit of an upcharge.
how much would something like that cost? Just like
Yeah,
for the
oh,
conversation.
man, well, yeah.
Wondering.
It'll
Right,
really
theoretically.
it'll really depend on the I mean, it'll depend on the type of ship. It depend on how much of a jerk the people are.
What if those people like helped out after they had messed up?
That's the thing. That's the thing. We're a pretty forgiving people, live and let die.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can tell.
Like,
we can tell you're
theoretically-
very accommodating.
Like theoretically, if it was like a triple deck 2-mast,
Oh, you're talking like a real clipper
Yeah,
ship
like maybe
type
Yeah,
deal.
maybe 80 feet
Exactly.
long.
80 feet.
somewhere around there.
Well, that's
I don't know
that's a
what feet
tough
are,
question. I mean, I have to see the ship. It really
Yeah,
depends
yeah,
on how much
totally. Yeah,
other damage it would be.
absolutely.
If we see
Of course,
it,
if we
then-
see it, if we see a ship pulling to the left, we'll
Yeah,
we'll let you know.
yeah.
We're all
100%.
very, very tired and worn out.
Yeah,
So we need to get back to our rooms at the inn. So we will look forward to the wedding, and
I don't think we're
we'll
going to the wedding. Actually, I think we
No,
decided
no,
to-
we-
No, you gotta
Oh,
come to
we
the
are.
wedding. You gotta come to the wedding.
Dying
coming for
child.
the
And, well,
Okay.
here's
Is there
so-
like a color theme dress code?
Oh no,
question.
most of us are probably going to show up in work clothes anyway, so don't worry about that too much. Not a problem. But you gotta come to the wedding. Yeah, we're gonna put in a lot of work for this. Hey, there's nothing like a wedding to get spirits up after a tragedy, and
That sounds so very.
hey, people are gonna be pumped. This is the closest a lot of them have come to death in a long time, and that's thrilling. We had people doing flips over burning pieces of scrap metal.
I think we're all very interested. Need to double check on something before we can confirm. But
Yeah,
I think we
and
all
and
might.
yeah, and hey, just to really kind of seal the deal, put it in there. If you do happen to find out whoever tried to jerry rig a spelljammer in the middle of the day without any prior warning to the rest of the place, you can always tell them it is always better to confess early than late.
Such wise words.
DM,
from someone who
Can
is so
I
close to
make
the
an
edge.
insight check?
Uh-huh.
Kishi
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
That
now?
is so
That's a
fair.
great plan. That's a
Yeah.
really good idea.
Can I help him with that? Honestly,
You can
actually?
each individually roll your own insight.
I would love that. That'd be great.
Sure.
Down.
Sure.
20 on that.
Uh-huh.
20 net, bro. Net,
Whoa!
nutty, bro.
He knows.
21.
She
for me.
knows. She knows.
Yeah, Akishi is pretty keenly aware that there are a few too many coincidences that have all happened.
No.
Like, you guys show up, you guys disappear, taking a person with him that he knows has kind of had a pet project of a ship that he's been repairing in the junkyard.
Oh, no.
Ripples happen, you guys
get
show
caught.
back up,
Guys.
And do we all know this?
Anyone
What'd
who
you roll?
rolled above a 15.
All right, it was us. I'm sorry. I can't
Don't
live with
worry,
this anymore.
you
These are torture.
I put a hand
This
on
is
top
torture.
of Leslie's mouth right now.
We all do it. We're like, don't.
And Akishi
It's
Akishi
been
stops with a face of mock surprise. And he's like, I can't believe it. How many were there? 7. The 6 mysterious figures and 1 unconscious child would cause
When you say
trouble
it like that,
when they
when you say
appear
it
and
like
take
that.
one of my safety advisor who's
Listen,
been
we're
working
trying
on
to
a
save
ship.
To be
her.
fair,
We're
at
trying
least
to
we had
save
a
her.
safety advisor with us,
Well, yeah, I'm sure that it was very safe where you were.
Listen,
Look.
we're so dreadfully sorry, and we're gonna go to your wedding to make it up. If we can help pay for the damages. I don't know.
Look, I literally just said that, first of all, thank you for confessing. Honesty is the best policy. When you make a mistake, it is best that you own up to it and you do your best to rectify the problem. You know.
Yeah.
And look, we're Hattersy. We get it. Most of us end up blowing up something almost every day. You know. If it wasn't, look, we would do for a good explosion around these parts. It's a shame it wasn't one of us. You know, it had to be some random foreigners that came here, probably are going to cause trouble, commit some crimes. Which I got nothing against crime. I just want everyone to know that I'm very pro crime.
I think Addie probably loves this guy. Addie's probably one very disappointed in Leslie.
This,
and two, very
this
likes this guy's style.
yeah, plenty of crime, not okay. You know, thievery, I'm down with. I'm getting off topic.
So, are we gonna
Well,
get in trouble for all this then?
you gotta come to the wedding. You gotta do that. I mean, you know,
Oh, okay.
you did
Yeah,
look.
that's-
You may
if
have
that's the
caused the
least.
problem, but you also saved, my fiance's life. You also saved, you saved a lot of people. Gosh dang, strong woman over there. He points to Addie. She pulled like 32 people out of that burning building by hand, and
32.
there's not been a single casualty of someone that she helped. So hey, let's say you guys weren't the one to cause the problem. It was one of us, and you guys weren't here to get people out of the building. Because look, I like to say we get one big accident every 2 years, and we were definitely. It had been 3 since the last big one. And then 2 years before that was the first time this kind of stuff happened. So we were overdue, Accidents happen. And that's what happens when you don't have a good mechanic with you. I mean, look, no offense, young Timothy, who is now kind of like sulked over to a corner and is like listening to the conversation. He's like, look, you don't got any mechanical experts. You got someone who's been basically fixing up a Spelljammer for hobby. And you probably got some bootleg Spelljammer helm that you got connected to a something off market.
Yeah, kind of bootleg.
Yeah, some it happens, Like, I get it,
Well,
but you gotta come to the wedding. You
You're
gotta.
welcome then, I guess.
No. Let's be clear here. People have died. All right.
Oh,
This isn't.
yeah,
I'm not
I'm
saying that you
sorry
did a
about
good thing. I'm saying I forgive you, and because forgiveness is a virtue, and I'm a forgiving person. It's my wife to be says it's one of my best qualities, and so I'm trying to live up to that.
wow, you're amazing.
I know,
That is it's very kind of you.
Beautiful.
absolutely, but no, you don't get to. I expect all you to be here, and I expect you to stay for the reception.
Oh, Leslie looks at Talent and Medora.
No dress code, no nothing. You don't have to bring a gift or anything. The gift is your presence, because your presence is a gift and a present.
And
I made a joke.
say
That was
this
a
while
play on
just
words.
staring at Leslie with just piercing. They're almost like glowing green. I'm like,
You're
yeah, we'll stay for the reception.
That'll be a great time. There'll be cake. The cake didn't get damaged in the rumble fires, and no.
Guys, there'll be cake.
Oh, by the way, you fella, I don't know if I ever got any of y'all's names. The one who looks like the sexy nerd. You can't come wearing that. You can't.
Me.
No, not because it looks bad, because it looks too good. My wife is going to be there. All right, we can't let her see that. You're lucky that she's like unconscious.
Oh, okay
so, yeah.
then.
I know that
I
you
guess
got
I
this
can-
whole kind of like crop top, like button down shirt thing going on. It looks great on you. The muffin
These are
top
just
is
my
thriving.
casuals.
Absolutely,
These are my
but it's going to be a wedding. So
Yeah.
and you would be way too sexily dressed for a wedding if you at least take off the glasses, or maybe that would make it worse. Maybe leave the glasses on.
Leslie starts taking off the glasses.
And he's like, whoa.
Put them back on. Put them back on. Put them back on.
Okay. I'll switch to my normal clothes.
Yeah.
I can see why this would be distracting.
100%.
The only thing he has is the Master Chief costume.
I know, or else he
it's
looks
just
like
his
Captain
actual,
Leslie.
or his actual just normal clothes.
Overrated.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Also, quick aside. Hello, Top Down Tabletop with your rating.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh. Very nice.
Oh my
Come
god.
into the nerdy but sexy Leslie.
Oh my god.
For
Being a
clarification,
snitch.
How did stream go?
instead of the character art that you see of him dressed in his cool jacket, Grant, I believe that Leslie is wearing a crop top button down.
I think so. It's like kind of tight, but it's
With,
like,
like,
the
yeah.
white and blue like cross pattern.
With like
And glasses.
suspenders. The
Yeah, or
glasses.
something.
Like
Yeah.
Clark Kent if he wasn't
nerdy,
jacked.
but a little sexy.
Yeah,
It's a disguise. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
It-
And we're going to a wedding tomorrow.
absolutely.
Right, everybody?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Akishi will say, well, I expect to see you there. You know, if I don't, we'll hunt you down. Our ships are going to be faster than yours because yours probably doesn't work too right and it still pulls to the left. So that's not a threat. It's a little bit of a threat.
That's a threat.
Not a threat, it's a promise.
But we expect you to be there. You know, it'll be a great time. You don't have to
Alright.
bring gifts, but if you do, I won't turn them aside. We're always happy for gifts. I should go see to my fiance, to my wife to be, the love of my life. And I expect to see her there. I'm sure that you all have some talking to do. The weird old man, he can come. If the
Captain Silvers?
yeah, the one missing a leg and missing an arm, he's got the sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you say
Yeah.
Captain Silvers?
No.
No,
It's just
he meant well. He's
a nickname.
We have a nickname for him because he kind of reminds us of the
yes.
old geezer. He was. They yeah. It's a whole thing.
Yes,
I'm sorry. It's an inside joke.
the Scourge of Bora Bora, the Great Trader. Yeah, that's a classy nickname. Truth be told.
Garbage bag, scumbag.
Oh, you got some harsh
see
feelings there. I
how
see.
he
Okay.
plays cards. He really is not a good.
What's
team
amazing
player
that
when it comes to cards.
he can do cards so well when he's missing a hand. It's, you know, he's got a
He
whole.
uses his mouth. It's a whole thing. He's got,
Ah,
Yeah,
That's-
he can
you know,
play
that's very
cards
impressive.
better
That's
than he
very
can
well
fly a
done.
ship,
Him.
let me tell you that much.
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much. We have some discussing we should do as before we show up tomorrow. Okay.
Preparations. Yeah.
yes.
Nice. Nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. He heads over to his fiance and just kind of sits on the ground holding her hand as she
When-
sleeps.
When he walks away, it's just a slow turn to Leslie. And it's just like, look what you put us in now.
I'm sorry, I cannot
Ah!
handle it.
We just got to prepare to go to a wedding tomorrow. I expect you to look best dressed. And don't start anything else. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'll be best behaved. I'll be good, I promise.
All right,
I won't be
let's-
nerdy or sexy. I'll just be Leslie.
I love the
old
implication
boring
that,
Leslie.
that yeah, like vanilla Leslie is not nerdy or sexy.
Not, not an absolute catch. Ridiculous.
Let's just go ahead and head
I'm
back to the
sure
ship.
there's-
I'm just
Yeah, I'm
worried.
sure there's lots to talk about, but I could really use a nap, guys. Like, I'm fading fast, you know. I'm
Fantastic.
fading so fast that I'm turning into Leslie with my accent.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh mama.
that happens.
Just head back to the ship. Let's just go.
Fantastic. You all head back to the skirmisher. The skirmisher has stabilized midair. Kind of gotten its I would say it's sea legs under it, but it's a boat. So it doesn't.
Its wings under.
Yeah,
its
yeah,
flight,
yeah, yeah.
It's flight
Um,
under its air under it.
Specifically, the skirmisher is. Oh gosh, I off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of the ship that I'm trying to think of. That is a spelljammer, but it is equipped with landing gear, which is a very important factor. Not all spelljammers are. So it as you begin to approach it, it has been past the hour that it was kind of needed to get it up and flying and running. It will sink to the ground and kind of like anchor into a stable patch of trash. As apparently Captain Silvers has gone to the effort to, you know, kind of get it up and running, warm it up a bit.
Nice.
There she is in all her beauty. Back again. Standing tall. Wow.
Captain,
Yes.
Is there a hammock that I can go claim?
Yeah, there are cots in the
Yeah,
cruise quarter.
probably. Yeah, there are cots. You can have a cot. It's kind of like a hammock.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna go. If you need me, just All right. And Otis slowly walks away.
Well, he looks rough, doesn't he?
Also, DJ, I just now realized, like, my brain just finished processing the fact that you were in a room and still wearing one of your puffies.
This house doesn't have very good heating.
It's
And so
cold.
to keep electricity bills down, they only have the heat kick in if it gets below 50 degrees.
I just realized
Okay.
I think our
Well-
viewers have only seen you in a puffy coat.
Good.
This campaign,
Beginning,
probably.
which is-
That's
Good.
pretty on brand, you know?
That's pretty funny.
I don't know if the viewers
Wow.
can handle what's beneath this puffy coat.
Yeah,
you know?
it would be too
Oh, is
much.
that right?
It would be like Leslie taking off his glasses. It would be messed up.
That's exactly like
Exactly.
that. It's exactly like that.
All of you head back aboard the skirmisher. Some of you head directly to the cruise quarters. Specifically, for anyone who would like to look up kind of what ship this relatively fits in terms of layout, the skirmisher is outfitted almost identically to a Shrike ship. It's kind of
Shrike
yes,
ship.
it's kind of a cross between a Shrike ship and a space galleon. It does not have the wings of a Shrike, but it does have the landing gear. But it has the masts and kind of classic boat look of a space galleon.
I'm gonna try to drop it in the Discord for all you viewers out there.
Absolutely. Hopefully, it's the right one.
That is a Shrike, so it's like that without the wings, eh?
Yeah, I can't look at
have
it
the
because
You
I,
ha-
I would,
you're
yeah,
streaming.
I'm
Yeah,
streaming.
Yeah, you're good.
But probably.
I kind of wish it had wings.
Well, it doesn't.
Anyway.
Well, I'm sorry it doesn't, Oda.
Um,
She's beautiful with or without wings.
yeah. Captain Silvers will greet you on the deck. See that you are all terribly beat up. And just kind of thumbs up. So,
I'm actually fine for the most part.
did it go well?
Well,
We did save a lot of people, and which was good. However, we also made friends and or enemies with Daredevil Mafia people, and so now we have to go to a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love a good
Uh,
wedding.
problem is that they know.
Ah.
So
And
that's
so-
why we have to go to the wedding. Don't forget that, Talith.
Yes,
we
they
have
they
to
are aware of the fact that we tried to jerry rig a spelljammer and caused a earthquake and caused a lot of damages, some fatality, and so yeah. In order for them to not hunt us down and rat us out, they want us to show up to the wedding, all of us,
And
For
you're
the whole thing.
included.
and you're
Oh,
included.
No, he's really not.
Well,
No, he said- he
knows,
said-
doesn't
He said that he wasn't there. Yeah.
He said he can
Oh, he
come,
did?
and
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's not gonna
and
recognize him as the infamous Captain
Yeah, oh man,
Silvers?
you're losing your hearing. You gotta lay down in the cot for a little while, regain your
I
senses.
can-
Yeah,
I
go,
can-
go. Medora's like,
You
all
old
right,
man."
all right, you get.
I
you go to the
I can-
car.
Oh no, this is gonna be how the whole campaign goes, isn't it?
It will.
Bedtime.
100%.
Bedtime,
man.
grandpa.
Every time
I
DJ
can-
forgets
Exactly.
something, they're gonna be like, "You're old."
That's
go to
old
sleep."
Whoa,
age.
DJ. Whoa, DJ.
Whoa.
You're unzipping right
On
now.
stream?
Like,
Sorry,
was-
my bad. My
I was getting a
bad.
little.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if need be, though, I can disguise Silver. I have a disguise kit. I can dress
Yes,
him up a little
perfect.
bit so he doesn't. Actually,
You
yes,
can give him a
and I already know
second hook hand.
I know exactly what I would do for him.
Is that right?
Yeah. So anyway,
I would love to go to a wedding. It's been such a long time since I've been to a wedding.
Oh,
He
really?
completely brushes off the they know
Now,
that we harmed
the serious
people.
question. The serious question now, though, is what do we want to do with the girl?
She's I would say sleeping like the fishes, but that's normally meaning that she's dead, but she's very much alive.
I mean, if we're all needing
has
to
she-
go, I'm assuming the man back there loves Addie and will be okay if she doesn't show up.
Do you think they have a
Addie could just-
daycare for asleep and unconscious 14-year-olds?
I don't
Well,
think so.
I mean,
I doubt,
mean,
I doubt Oda has
has
any
she-
opinion.
have you-
Um,
in the time that we've been gone, have you done anything to help her? Has she done anything? Like, has she moved at all? Has she convulsed?
I'm not a doctor. She's been sleeping, steady breathing. It's,
Well, that's good.
On
So
Oda's
in-
way to the cot, he's gonna check on the girl.
Yeah, she's fine. She's still asleep, which you're not sure why. But
Does it seem like if we left like Sirius or Melody to watch over her while we're at the wedding, does that seem like that'd be a horrible idea in my medical expertise?
I mean, it's as much as like it would basically be the same as like leaving a baby monitor in the room.
Yeah.
That's
Do I
something.
do I worry that that's not enough of a warning
As long as
to
she
have
doesn't
time to
wake
go
up.
help her?
I mean, she's completely stable. Pulse is fine.
Okay.
Breathing
Great.
is fine. No medical problems
Let's-
that you can see. Just not waking up for
let's
some
get-
reason.
Let's hire the snake babysitter. Let's do it. Come on.
I feel like this is a parable. I feel like this is
the
like
baby's gonna get eaten.
like I mean Hercules strangling two snakes in his crib as a baby. I feel like there's some
It's
analogy
something
that we could pull here.
You know,
I would also
certainly.
like to know what time of the day it is.
It is approaching evening. It was around midday by the time you got everything started up and running, and then it was several hours. So
Okay, we gotta get up
Hey.
early to go find wedding gifts then.
you could just dig around in the trash. I found
yeah.
this.
Or I mean, we
Let's
could
see.
hit up that lovely boutique since we're back on the
Breakfast in
side.
boutique.
DM.
That's
how
where I
many
found my
days has
first
it
costume.
Been since we broke into the old man's place.
Which old man's place? Oh, sorry, that was just one of you. It has been 2 days
Okay,
or 3 days. One of those.
2 or 3 days.
2 or 3
Okay.
days. I could say that with some confidence.
These are,
How
like sorry.
I'm wondering, how hungry am I?
Oh, man, that's a
You did it.
fantastic question.
You had to suck the blood of the dead Kardashians
Shut
or
up.
whatever they are.
Shut up.
Well, let's
What are you
see.
doing?
It's
You
been
skipped a
2 or
perfectly good
3
meal.
days. So I'll leave some of this up to you. How often do you need to consume?
I mean, I imagine I'm probably getting pretty hungry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Your stomach's rumbling a bit. Your mind stomach,
Uh-huh.
a little
Okay.
hungry.
Okay, that's good.
Your
Okay, well-
mind is the darker part of you remembers the phone number that you were given.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
That's so terrible. That's serial killer terribleness.
She'd live.
Okay.
This is giving Dexter. I
Okay.
can't.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
So, as we begin to disperse and go about our own business for now, I will take a little bit of time and step away and like go into town.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah.
No.
I'm not necessarily gonna
Let's
go.
go.
I don't think I'm gonna go like back to the Haddazee at all.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'll like go back around and hang around the inn for a minute and see if there's any like some half drunk dazed person just sitting and just minding his own business and kind of alone a little bit.
Can
And-
you roll a D8 for me?
You know, like when you're watching a train wreck and you want to look away but you can't.
Every
That's
time
what I
that I
feel this
turn on
is,
this
you know?
stream, DJ,
Every time that I
It's
see
like
a train
three.
wreck.
I'm just
Every
like,
time.
oh my gosh, I can't do anything about this, but he's about to murder someone.
I'm not
Is
about to
he?
murder anybody.
Specifically,
Are you sure?
you
Make them
see
brain dead.
you see two
I'm
people.
not about to do that either.
Suck out all their blood. Leave
You
their,
see two people.
empty husk.
One of them is in kind of like a white coat, like a kind of
a
like
priest, too.
a white lab coat, and the other one is in a nurse's garb, like
Okay.
scrubs. They're both
gonna go-
ridiculously attractive, like
Oh God.
ridiculously attractive people.
No.
And
I'm just gonna go destroy the minds of these two beautiful civil
Shut
servants.
you're kind of standing nonchalantly in an alleyway, and you can overhear them talk as they get closer to the end, and he says, "Susan, I need to go," and she's like, "Daryl, we can't keep doing this. It's not right. I, a nurse, you, a fully, like, performing surgeon. First of all, we shouldn't even be out here in the boonies in the middle of nowhere. We should be saving people's lives. This isn't what you went to school for. You could come with me." And he's like, "Susan, these people's lives matter the same as anyone else's. And we did good work today. And it's hard because in my eyes, you truly are wonderful. But if you can't look and see these people for who they are, I don't think that we could ever really be together." And
Chisme.
Susan holds up her hand and she goes, "You can't mean that. You can't possibly love them more than you love me." He's like, "I don't love them more. I love them differently. Maybe for today, we should just go our separate ways. Take some time off."
Dump him, girl. Dump him.
Time off, Daryl. Time off. Just like Karen had with you. You can't keep doing this. I left everything for you. He's like, "I know, but I can't leave them, Susan. They need a doctor. And I am a doctor. I am a doctor, Susan." And Susan will weep and say, "Then fine. You can find another nurse. Go drink away your sorrows, because I won't be helping you out of them this time." And she will kind of wrap her coat around herself and storm off, hold his hands in his head, and he'll say, "Damn it, Daryl. Again.
Again.
Why can't for once you just let them go?" And then he'll walk into the inn.
Talith, who's like just around the corner in his tunnel of darkness,
Just
is literally just like, what did I just listen to?
Yeah.
He'll round the corner and head into the inn too, and he'll just kind of just stay back for a little while and wait.
He is downing shot after shot in the corner. Would you like to eavesdrop while you're here?
Sure, yeah, might as well.
Oh,
I am
drop for the
so
discussion.
happy this is happening to Drew.
Can you
This is the
roll
best possible
a
thing.
D100 for me?
ID 100.
This is
By the way, for
Crazy.
any DMs out there who are looking to make their own D100 tables or tables for anything, actually, I recommend d100tables.com. This is a plug, not sponsored. It is one of the most clean resources I have ever used. It's so simple, just a little bit of typing on your end, and it's just really easy to use.
Nice.
58.
58. There are a man and a woman kind of flirting around, you know. He appears to be telling her a kind of a bit of a scary story. Specifically one that revolves around Dremure. As it kind of goes along, it's a story about monsters in the darkness attacking people, killing off villages. But the surprising hero of this story is actually a hag. And it is said that the hags trained on Dremure can cure any illness, heal any wound, even raise the dead with their dark and disturbing magics. And that is what you pick up on today's eavesdropping.
How do you feel about that, Medora? What's
Why are you looking at me for? What you looking at me for? He's just eavesdropping.
What are we looking at
What you looking at me for?
Yeah,
It's not even there. You're in a cot, old man.
Like yeah, you sleep. You
old.
we don't even know what's going on.
Cool and everything, you know.
Yeah. Tal, here, just overhearing some of that, will just kind of say to himself, "It's like, oh well, it seems the stories just keep coming from Dremure." And he'll like find a table. He'll probably actually just sit at like
Column of
the
Darkness.
table next to like this doctor as he's just taking shots.
Real nonchalant. His face is red. You can tell that he's like pretty out of it. He's beginning to kind of lose a sense of his surroundings.
Okay, yeah, and like he'll take a quick like once over glance to see if anyone is paying attention to him, and he'll just kind of like just try and just almost just through just being so like just still and quiet, just almost naturally just kind of be forgotten about within the rest of the bar.
Fantastic.
And before he just kind of just very gently just kind of slides over next to him.
Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Alex just goes,
You know, I'm good at stealth,
Are you?
but the dice decides that I'm not right now.
What a
7.
miracle. 7, huh?
what a miracle.
You slide into the booth, with some. You're like keeping an eye, looking at all the people around you. The young couple is flirting amongst themselves, telling stories, and like she's like holding onto his arm. And right as you slip into the booth, the bartender John like walks up and he's like, "So, anything I can get you?
Oh,
Do you need a
I'll
smoke?"
I'll just take a water. Actually, that would be quite lovely. I'm quite parched. Actually, been running around a lot today.
Yeah, sounds good. I noticed you smell like fire, smell like smoke. Were you there? Big explosion happened at the Haddisy metal plant.
Yeah, yes, we were trying to help save some
that's
of the
nice. That's nice.
survivors.
Well, I hope everything's going all right over there. Haddisy, good customers. So
They seem to be decent folk over there.
yeah, you know the doctor at all? Was he there too?
He was actually. He was also helping look after a few of the people
Yeah,
that
I
were
mean, he
injured.
yeah, he's a good doctor. Really want to keep him around. Really good at his job. Him and his nurse. You know, they're wild people over there at the sector hospital.
Yep.
So just really want to make sure everything's all right. You known him for long? You're just met up.
I haven't known him for too long, but we've recently become acquainted, and I wanted to check in on him. He seems to be, he seems to be not in the best spirits right now.
You see, that's the problem with those like sector professionals is they're real good at their jobs. Constant drama all the time. You can't stop it.
Of course.
It's like walking into a soap opera every time you try to get a checkup.
I mean, of course, really, it is.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, everyone wants attention and love and admiration.
Yep, absolutely. And tell you what. How about you just keep your attention on him. Make sure that he's doing all right. I'll keep attention to this table. Make sure that you two are feeling fine.
I really appreciate that.
I'll be right back with your water. And he like backs.
Thank you. Yes.
To the like looking at you the whole time.
So yeah, I'll just kind of chill and like pretend that I'm like trying to talk to him a little bit, and he's like
Bartender's gotta go.
completely out
Call
of it.
Addy.
Like,
Yep. He's like drunk to the point where he like can't see straight. He like puts his arm around you, kind of rests his head on your shoulder. And he's like, I just don't understand what's wrong with me.
and yeah, taking that kind of as my cue to respond in kind, I'll kind of like also have my arm around his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of hold him there steady for a moment.
Slowly
And
leaning
everyone
with my
I
mouth
love.
towards his neck.
Why can't I separate it
Fangs
from my
come out.
work? It's
Yeah,
just
is he drunk enough at this point to be considered incapacitated?
yeah, sure.
Is Drew gonna get drunk off this guy's blood?
No.
The blood.
So after the bartender does come back with my water, and I take a couple of sips of that, and just kind of again just trying to be casual with it. He'll take his time with it, but then like after a moment, his hand kind of resting on his shoulder will just move just a little slightly onto the base of his neck, and
Hold him close. Suck out his blood.
and he will extract some of his memories.
Fantastic. I believe that you have to roll a dice of some sort.
So as an action, in touch a casted creature, extract a
Whoa.
memory bead, D6. Yes.
Thank goodness I never close any of my tabs ever. So yeah, roll a d6 for me.
Ooh, a 5.
Ooh,
So, Drew,
a deeper repressed memory.
Oh.
when you suck out
Very
this guy's
nice.
blood, do you do the 2 fang holes, or is there a whole bite mark on his?
He's a
I'm not
psychic
sucking out his blood at all.
vampire. He sucks out memories.
So literally speaking, yeah, no, like literally, like he's not biting him with his teeth so much as just his claws.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah. Literally,
And
if
so, like-
if someone were to like watch this happen, his like hand is on the back of his neck, and then his fingers actually like meld into the skin up into the base of his skull, like
I hate that. That is disgusting.
directly like
Drew, you have a disgusting
brainstem.
character.
Yeah, like brainstem esque
And we love him
location.
anyways.
You pull out a memory bead from him. This is a painful memory that it's a mixture of emotions that you can see kind of in the orb that you now have in your hand. This is a memory of his first love, the one who left him, not the other way around. Perhaps the start of his obsession with saving people, but also romance. Part of what makes him the best doctor that he can be, but also his greatest vice.
Sounds like an anime.
It is a
This is
it is a steamy memory. I'll say that.
Oh,
A lot of passion involved.
Hey, yo.
It's like a little uncomfortable, but not the first time. We're all adults here. Yeah, you're a little hot and bothered.
oh my
That must be horrible, though. Just try. It's like, ooh.
Oh no! Also, this is Drew.
I do like to
Look at how
imagine,
red
like,
Drew is.
in some of these, like Talith is like, he's like, essentially like reliving some of these memories, and he's just present like in the room, and he's just like, Talith himself is like looking away, but he's still like aware of what's going on just because of how magic works.
Yep.
Oh,
that's so
funny.
I seriously love the fact that Drew is so red right now.
Absolutely. it's intense, bro. Just like sex while camping, you know?
And, oh my gosh!
Yeah. Nice.
I could have
Wow.
said just like a
Terrible.
circus fire, but there was already enough flames at the start of this episode.
Oh my word.
The flames of passion.
Yes, there's a lot of those. Well, welcome to Sector MD, dude. But yeah, you successfully managed to feed and quell the hunger within you. It only deals a little bit of damage to the doctor, a little bit of psychic damage. He's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's fine. He's made of
he
tough
does
stuff.
just pass out afterwards. And immediately John at the bar is like, hey, what's going on? That's a friend of mine.
Yeah, apparently he had a little bit too much to drink because now he's just completely out of it.
Yeah, well, he gets his drink for free here, so that's understandable.
I just kind of like touch his shoulder a little bit and just push him a little bit. And
He's like, Susan. He's just weeping in his sleep. Janine. Janine, you would know is the name of the woman in your memory.
the nurse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He couldn't save her, by the way. She is dead now. That's another crucial part. She actually died immediately after the events in the dream.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I've been waiting for this plot line to be blown like wide open with the love interest of Akishi.
Akishi, yeah.
I've been waiting for that love interest to show up, so I'm kind of relieved that the wedding tomorrow isn't going to be upended by this drama.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I thought
There's
that
some
was
wholesome love in this
Yeah.
sector. There is something wholesome
Yeah.
there.
Love does exist.
well, other than
Second.
Akishi trying to like get with Talon.
Well, no,
But,
that you're
you know.
talking
That wasn't
about. You're
Lakishi, it was
talking about.
Lakiri.
Yeah, you're
This
talking about
whole time I
Lakiri.
thought. Wait, yeah. Akishi's
So
fiance.
first we
right?
at first we thought
No,
Lakiri was the
no.
fiance, but it's
Yeah.
it's the other
Shirizu.
one
the whole
that's
time.
Shirizu
Yeah.
is the
Whole time I
fiance.
thought- Hold on, I thought Akishi's fiance was hitting on Talon.
No,
and I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
yo,
no.
That totally changes the plot of this episode for me.
Leslie and his drama, man. Trying to
blowing my
make a
mind
real
right now.
Housewives.
All right,
So
go.
DM after
That would have been way better. I super should have done that. That's a missed plot line on my.
after a little bit more time with the good doctor,
Mhm.
With the good
paying attention to the bartender,
Yeah.
and seeing how long it takes the bartender to like pay a little more attention to some of the other tables. He'll quietly slink away.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there's a lot of people in here. The suited man is here talking to someone who looks like he was like in the Navy or something. And yeah, he'll eventually kind of go to other tables, talk with them. He's real quick with a smoke. He's gosh dang holding out lighters to people, cigarettes and whatnot. But eventually you slip out and head back to. I assume you head back to the skirmisher.
Yeah. He'll begin to make his way back to the skirmisher. He will pull out his pipe and light it. And
immediately get that hit.
Just like
Line it
just
up.
sweating, like red faced on the way back.
Yeah,
Hot
for
bothered
sure.
part
Well,
two.
actually, no, you don't sweat, so like you're good.
I don't. But like legit. But like he does pull it out because he's just like, oh, that was too much for one day. Then I'll make his way
Fantastic.
back.
I assume all of you. Are you all taking a long rest, or does Oda have plans?
What time is it?
We're
Is it
now
even
we're
dark yet?
we're heading towards party
It's
hours.
evening?
The clubs are open.
We're talking
Oda-
like at least 11 p.m.
You guys could have taken a
Oda
short
wakes
rest if you
up.
want to do something else and have a bit of have a bit of health for it.
Oda did take a short rest.
Fantastic.
So he wakes up from his nap sometime in the evening. Oda's gonna go see if he can't find something to drink. Not in town, on the ship. I need 2 drinks.
Ooh,
Is
that's
there-
going to be
is there-
specifically your best bet would be Captain Silvers.
Okay, I go find Silvers.
Captain Silvers is like reclining in a chair that he's made out of some like broken crates. He has a flask in his hand.
Excuse me, Captain.
Yes, Oda.
I was wondering if you might have something not strong like that, but maybe something to drink that I could go share with a friend.
Ah, looking for a drink, are you? And I didn't take you for the kind of man. What are you perhaps looking for?
The weakest thing you have.
The weakest alcohol I have.
Yes.
That is almost disrespectful to ask me.
I wouldn't want you to have to deal with consuming that. So I'm really trying to take something off your hands, you know.
It's a noble choice, I suppose.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, are you much of a wine man?
Tonight I can be.
I'm not, but I picked up a vintage a while ago. I mean, the only other option I have is a dry whiskey. Maybe I have
Okay. All right, I'll complain.
I have some absolutely not brand name Captain Morgan.
Okay,
And he scratched out the name Morgan and just wrote Silver.
Yeah, it's my own special brew.
I mean, I don't know if you would know. I don't want to assume the nature of your guys' relationship, but do you happen to know what Leslie would like more?
Well, there's
You scared the crap. Oh, thank you. You scared me so bad. Oh my gosh.
a mysterious
I just
man
see
has
like
appeared.
a figure going out of the corner of my eye.
I believe
Oh my
it's
gosh.
called Quick Draw Whiskey. Off the top of my head would be a good choice. Leslie's always, well, at least the legends about him have always said that he's a fan of a stiff drink, something that burns the throat going down. Not quite what you're saying.
That's it. That's fine. Do you have something like that?
I don't quite have
Closest
some.
to that you have.
Medora, what? I need
Am
to
I
know.
in the area
gonna
while this
say
conversation's
probably
happening?
Doubtful.
Okay.
Gotcha. I don't quite have the specific. It would feel like a betrayal of myself if I carried my rival's whiskey. You know how it is.
Absolutely. I do get it. I'll just take the wine. How much would you like for that bottle?
You know, I'm just going to let you have it. Remember me fondly.
Oh.
If you ever,
I have to. I can't.
you know, as a man of the cloth, consider it your donation to the church.
Well. Okay. Yeah. I suppose I could take.
And
it
just
that
if
way.
you ever start feeling any tendencies to murder or pillage or do anything specific, try to keep me out of it if you can. You know.
All of a sudden, like, understanding dawns behind Oda's eyes. Oh, right. Yeah. Well, thank you then.
Yes, Oda of no surname. And he will hand you a bottle of wine. Mind you, where he gets this from is he has like a peg leg that goes like up to like mid thigh. It is like
Will you just tell me he pulls that?
multi-compartmented. Like he was like the very bottom of it was used to store the Spelljammer helm. But like farther up, like in the thigh area, he like, and it's like cooled. Like,
Nice. You're telling me that Captain Silver's is canonically a literally walking liquor cabinet?
yes, absolutely. You think that it would
This is
be
incredible.
anything different?
This is incredible.
He
I
will.
am so happy.
He will like in the leg. He will rotate a little like lazy Susan, and he will pull out a bottle of wine,
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
and he'll
That's
say,
incredible.
"Don't go telling too many people that I keep that thing on me."
God.
And he'll hand you the bottle of wine.
Oh my gosh. Captain Silver just became my favorite character of the show.
You know, when you're
Oh my
sailing the starry seas, you got to stay strapped.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. I just kind of nod. I'm like, yeah. Do I know? Is there a kitchen? Can I find?
Oh
two
yeah,
glasses?
absolutely. Yeah,
Great.
you probably have to go digging for like salvageable ones. because only like I mean this ship was plundered, so there isn't
Yeah,
like
you know,
nice stuff. But you
ones
find
that only
like
have like a couple of chips in them.
you
know,
find
not,
like one of those like cups from like McDonald's that they used to like
Perfect.
give out and stuff like
Heck
that.
yeah.
Just some really cheap stuff that like no one wanted.
Any vessel for liquid
Yes.
would work great.
You're able to find that pretty easily.
I go looking for Captain Leslie.
Leslie, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, what do you
I have a quarters. I will say that when Oda arrives at Captain Leslie's room, the door's cracked open just a little bit.
Ooh, gasp.
Hello, Captain. You available?
There's no reply. Because Captain Leslie is not in his room. Captain Leslie has snuck away from his room.
God.
Cut back to just before this. While
Oh my God,
Oda was
okay,
having this
okay.
conversation.
Oh my gosh!
Don't worry.
I just got
Ever the
like
theater
totally just catfished
cool.
completely.
It's cool. Let's cut back just a little bit. Captain Leslie was in his chambers. He also took a short rest. And as soon as he noticed that it got dark, like really dark, not like dusk dark, like it is dark now.
Yeah.
He got up slowly and sat on the edge of his cot with a serious face. And after some time passed, he stands up and very quietly exits his room and starts walking silently down the hallway with a determined look in his eye. I would like to, as Leslie, hug sort of the parts of the ship that I know are a little bit less traveled, less walked on. And I would presume that I'd probably be able to stealth my way to most places.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
easily. You can navigate your ship freely.
Yes. I'd like to, undetected, get to the stern of the ship, back to a small storage room that I remember we used to hold things like extra gunpowder. We used to hold, different parts for things that might break. It was generally a place that we didn't really touch because we kept the stores of gunpowder generally replenished, and this was only reserves. He'll go into the storage room, and he will move to the back, and behind sort of where a shelf ends, he kneels, and he looks at the floor and says, God, I hope it's still here. And he will reach down, and he will and he'll pull up a floorboard. I'm going to try something a little new. DM,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what this is. I have an idea of what it is.
Okay.
I want you to decide if what Leslie is looking for is in the floorboard.
Ooh. But I don't know what it is. Am I telling you what it is, or do you know what it is, and I just have to say
Nope.
yes or no? And you're gonna
I know what it is, and
absolutely
you have to say yes or no.
pull the rug out from under me.
I can promise you that it will not necessarily be immediately relevant, so it will not mess up this session.
Well,
and we can talk about it after.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't
right
know how
now.
I feel about Grant giving the DM an ultimatum.
No, here's the thing.
You
Here's
know
the thing.
what? Here's the thing.
Literally
Aaron
the show, the
wants us-
ultimatum.
Aaron wants the players to have a good old silly little collaborative
Wow.
time. I'm gonna see how this. I'm gonna see how this goes.
So-
I'm gonna see what
In a
happens.
silly, goofy
I'll-
mood.
I wanna
You
be
can
very
give me
clear.
a deal back.
I want to be very clear.
Yes.
There are a lot of DMs out there who would feel disrespected. I
I
love
know that.
this.
This
I
better
know
be-
you do.
I'm a big
This is
fan
what
of
you
this.
want.
I'm a big fan. I love when my players take agency and do my job for me.
You're welcome.
Now the question on a scale of importance to your character of 1 to 10, where would you rate whatever this is?
Probably a like 7.5 ish. 7. around that area. It's not the end of the world to Leslie if it's not here.
Would you search after it?
There's a pretty good chance.
I'm going to say that it is.
All right. Oh, thank God. This changes so much. I hope nobody saw me. He puts the floorboard back.
Can you roll a perception check for me, Grant?
Yes. Oh, absolutely, I can. One
Around
moment
Captain
here.
Silver's just staring you down.
11.
11. You don't hear anything, but you smell rain.
I could have sworn it's dry out. Maybe it's a leak in a storage container or something. But I look around and I assume this place is stripped. There's like nothing.
Absolutely.
Strange. I will take a look around to see if there's anything extra weird because I want to roll an insight check as Leslie to see if he knows that this is real.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll an insight check.
I know you know what I mean by
As
that.
you do that, we're going to cut back in time a couple of minutes.
Oh yes.
Oda, you get to the room to find that Leslie is not present.
Like,
The door swings open. His bed seems freshly undone, still warm even. Perhaps he was laying in it to sleep and he got up to do something. As you look in, you hear the sound of footsteps behind you. Light footsteps.
oh, okay, I got you. All right, we're okay.
And you smell rain. The sound of laughter almost beckons you.
All right, I'll follow.
You follow the spring wind that guides you through the ship, walking down paths that, even though this ship is clear, you would know that you would be virtually unseeable from the main deck following these pathways. And eventually it leads you to a little a little room, kind of hidden away in the annals of this ship. The door is open. And as you get to it, Grant, could you please roll that insight check for me?
15.
15. You know that you smelled rain, and there is no rain on the edge. So you think that is rather weird, and you do hear the sound of heavier footsteps from outside the door.
You'd probably even hear me go, "Where have you taken me, Adeline?"
Leslie does this. He just does not know where to go, and then he does this. He just leans very casually onto a shelf facing the door.
That's incredible. Oda just kind of like, hello?
Hey, hey, Oda, how's it going? Oh, you're out for a stroll, I see.
Well, actually, I was looking for you. Is this a bad time? I don't actually just kind of followed the wind.
You followed me?
No, not you. It's complicated. Anyway, if it's a bad time, I want to respect your privacy. I honestly, actually,
No.
though, I would appreciate if you could lead me back out of here, because I would so get lost if I didn't have a guide. right
yes. Well, of course, yeah. Maybe some interesting clericy stuff going on.
now. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised. Happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just remembering, this was well, my second life, basically, on the ship. And, I have memories in every part of this here ship. It's like being back in a home in another lifetime, a past life.
I understand completely.
Really?
I've lived many lives. Yes. Is there a spot that you Is there a favorite spot? Could you show me? I'd love to see.
A favorite spot. Now, that's a hard one. I know just this place. DM, I'd like to take
Yeah.
Oda to the spot where typically it's like a sort of next to the mess quarters where they would eat, but there's like this strange sort of middle space between some of the rooms near the top deck. There's a strange middle space that didn't really have a purpose, and it was too narrow to actually be a room, but it was also not narrow enough where it couldn't be used for anything. So essentially what ended up happening is
Are we about to have
some-
Seven Mansion Heaven?
look, I'm not really too interested in that. I'm flattered though. No, this and we step into this like strange space. And you can see there's some like old like I'd say there's some like empty bags, there's some like random old like wrappers maybe, and of course we're in a junkyard, so whatever. This is the spot where whenever something went right, it was kind of a tradition that we would, well, whoever was on the mission would just kind of fit into this little nook. And if you look up, it's just like basically the walls of the rooms next to us, but there's an open space between kind of the tops of these rooms where you can see the sky. At sunset, the light would filter in this area just right. And we'd all have drinks. And we'd all tell stories. And if it wasn't for this nook, I wouldn't have known the people on my ship as well as I did. We were strangers before the skirmisher. We were strangers before the chaos. And this spot always reminds me that we all had lives before it. And I get to remember them. Because whether or not they're still alive, I know they don't have the same life they did. So it's like remembering the dead. It's like remembering my death. Thinking of this place, being here. Does that make sense? Am I talking too much?
More than you know.
Oh.
Here, and I'll hold up the two glasses. Take your pick.
What's in the glass? Is it wine?
They're just two glasses. You're picking.
They're just
the one.
empty glass.
I still have the bottom.
One of them is a commemorative glass that you picked up from a fast food joint.
Okay.
The other one
The golden arch.
is half of a sippy cup.
Nice.
Are these clean? I'll take the like fast food memorabilia one. You can have the sippy cup.
I'm so happy that I have the sippy cup. That's
It doesn't have the actual like sippy cup part of the cup.
yeah. It's just like the little pink
yeah.
plastic cup,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of sit down. They're as clean as I could get them with just a rag, but I hope that will work. And I'll open the bottle of wine. I'll pour some for you. Pour some for me.
Well, thank you. Where'd you get this from?
Silver's actually.
Huh.
It's a donation to the church, as he put it.
Well, works for me. Thank you.
I've failed a lot in my life, and it's important to me that when I do, I apologize and try and make it right. There was a time where I was in a position to help in a lot of different situations. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to be there to help with your rebellion and give you the aid that I was hoping to be able to do. And so I know you don't know me. There wasn't a whole lot of communication about that, but it is something that I've always regretted. And so I wanted to apologize to you for not being able to help. And so I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate it. And I accept your apology, but I'll be completely straight with you, Oda. I don't think there's much to apologize for.
Maybe,
And I know this might sound a little bit crazy, but in a way, especially in moments like this where I remember what I learned in my time after. I had to pick myself back up again, start anew, and I think, Oda, that things are the way they are because it's the only way they would be. Does that make any sense? You not being there, us losing the revolution, I guess, in some ways, I don't think it would have happened another way. Because it couldn't have, because it didn't. And now, well, I'm noticing that maybe it does still upset me. And I'm also noticing that maybe there is still something to be done. It's all confusing, but you weren't there then and you're there now, and what else matters? You know? It's
I
just the
appreciate
way
that.
it was.
I've always been a firm believer that you chart your own destiny. And I don't know how blasphemous that is of me to say, honestly. But to be fair, it's
I'm
not
feeling a
my
bit of
God
a-
who's in charge of destiny.
I'm feeling a bit of a hypocrite too.
Someone already has the destiny job.
Yeah, that's not me. That different type of death, different type of thing.
Yeah.
Whole different character.
Yeah, that guy's purple. We don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks.
So jacked
Well,
and perfect.
And hot.
Just his traps are just so big.
Ugh.
Well, I appreciate your understanding. And if there is something that you intend to do, I would love to offer counsel. But no pressure at all. I'm certainly not the general I was.
General, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you heard me earlier. Can't get out of here without telling a story first.
Um,
Doesn't have to be
There are-
long.
lots of stories.
How about a general story? I'll tell you a captain's story.
Well, the reason I wasn't able to be there when you might have needed it, I was on Reston actually. A long time ago. In fact, I still do. I owe this devil a few favors. And so I was trying to find this old map for her, and I was down on Reston and just kind of going through it. If I'm being honest, just absolutely nobody knew what I was talking about, and those that did weren't gonna help help me with the reputation I had at that time. And so I ended up being gone for quite a while. Um, and so thankfully my other generals and commanders were able to keep the army going and keep some missions going. But um, I meanwhile I found myself down in this pit. There was this old abandoned ghost town, and I was going through, and I was just kind of like walking out. I felt honestly kind of like like a little gunslinger, you know, walking through this old abandoned town, um, and there's like literal tumbleweeds flying across through the desert. Before the next thing I knew, I found myself surrounded by a couple of wraiths and a ghost, and I honestly don't really know how I got out of there. I just there was a part of me at that point that had less problems with causing pains for other people, and you could lock into that mindset and find yourself in this bloodlust, in this thrill of combat, in this thrill of battle, and somehow I was able to get out of there, and found the map. I returned it to Emra. Thankfully, she was happy with that. Now we're 2 out of 3 good to go. So hopefully to get that debt off my shoulders here soon. But
Does that happen often where you don't remember your battles?
it's not necessarily like a forgetting of the battles. It's getting lost in the moment of it. I could go and I can think through and relive it, but how I found the power and the abilities needed to fight the undead in such a way, I was in an accident, and so it's hard for me to connect with that part of me.
I see.
So,
Well, I'm sorry about that.
oh no, it's honestly probably a good thing. I was a different man, different.
Well, it's quite the feat,
different version.
and I wish you luck on paying back the last debt.
Thank you. I was happy to go into debt for what she gave me, but I am excited to clear that up.
Yeah, maybe more on that later. I have some questions. Now, for my story, it's not long, but it does have something that I learned from a dear friend. There was a time when I was a captain and word had been spreading. People were joining the revolution. People were leaving their homes, some in search of safety. They were fleeing the system. Others fled their homes, but not into safety. They fled their homes into more danger for the hope that they would save their home and return. And those were the people that became my family, that became my friends, that I thought until death. And at one time, as we were gaining steam, as people started to hear my name, I couldn't find my hat. I know it sounds kind of funny, but I could not find my hat anywhere. This very one. Looked a little different back then, but it's the same one. And I thought it was fine. I could find a different hat. You know, it's not really an expensive hat, it's just a hat. In fact, I don't even know who made it. I don't remember where I got it. Maybe just one day I saw it and I bought it for cheaper. Maybe I was given it as a gift, but I don't remember for the sake of me. And I couldn't find this hat. And I insisted I could get a new one, but my friend, dear friend Ripper, at the time, told me that I couldn't go without the hat. I didn't understand why. It wasn't really like Ripper to want to do favors like this.
Mm.
But Ripper insisted, and Ripper searched the ship far and wide, up and down. She was looking under things, looking in places in rooms I hadn't even gone in months. Well, it turns out it fell behind one of the wash pits. Can you believe that? Must have kept it in my clothing when I put it down to wash, and somehow, some way, it fell behind a wash pit. And Ripper managed to find it, even though I don't think anybody's looked behind those things, maybe ever. And when she gave it back to me, she told me something. She said, "Perceived power is more powerful than your actual power. Your image means something. Don't throw it away so easily." And I don't think I would have kept this hat this long if Ripper didn't say that. In fact, I think some of Ripper's words were the very things that kept me going, that made the revolution as it was possible. And that's that. I think it might be time for bed.
Well, and I'll just leave the bottle down by Leslie's glass. Try to
Mind
find
if I
some
keep
rest.
it?
It's honest. I just like give him my cup, which I haven't had a single sip of.
Leslie,
Thank you.
you do find that this is a vintage from your home moon of Le.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow,
Aw.
this means so much. Wow, thank you.
Silvers. No, don't thank me. It was Silvers was the one who had it. He just let me take it.
Curious. Well, thank you again for the conversation and stories. Well, maybe we'll have more stories in this nook. But we got to accomplish something first. That's the next step. Get this girl to
Yes.
safety.
I'm very perturbed by what's going on with her. But hopefully your friend will be able to help.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Have a good night, Oda.
Thank you.
I'll show you our way back to your room so you don't get lost.
Honestly, that would be really great. Thank you.
I show Oda the way back to Oda's room so Oda doesn't get lost.
Fantastic.
And then I go back to my room and drink the rest of that bottle of wine.
God dang. It's a lot of wine.
Sir.
As for the rest of you, Tal, if you get back to the ship, Medora, have you done anything other than rest for the day?
I'm trying to remember the layout of the ship, but I want to expect that like I'm kind of sitting outside, just looking up at the sky. In a sense, Medora's kind of already feeling an inkling that something in her mind just feels off. Can't quite pinpoint what is off. So she kind of took the time just to sit outside and like go through her thoughts and everything. While she's sitting outside, when she feels like her mind kind of feeling a little bit more chaotic in a sense, she pulls out a little small silver locket, like a little heart-shaped locket, which she then opens it and has a picture of one of her closest loves. And she just talks to herself, and she's just like, if you were here, I'd be so much calmer, so much wiser. Hopefully you're looking at me from up there. Hope everything's okay. And just continues to gaze out, kind of losing track of time.
Absolutely. As time moves forward, Yes, Oda.
Well, I was just gonna say, if the path that Leslie would have taken me through happens to like allow me to notice Medora, he would go briefly, very, very briefly, talk to Medora.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah. I was just putting the offer out there. Yeah.
As time moves forward, Medora, you are lulled to sleep, staring up at the stars. A number of sounds surround you. You hear the murmured conversation of people in a room beneath you. Not enough to make note of what they're saying or anything of the like, but relaxed conversation. In a way, this ship reminds you of home. You can feel it around you that this ship is home to perhaps not spirits themselves, but their memories. You can hear footsteps across the deck, running to and fro, the sound of laughter, of swords clashing and spars, the sound of clinking glasses and challenges to drink. Kind of in this half asleep, half in dream state. For the first time in a long time, you kind of remember, you get a feeling of how it was growing up. I mean, at the diner, this was common. You would often go to sleep to the sound of clinking glasses and spirits muttering and mumbling to put you to bed. You fall asleep. Everyone returns to their individual rooms and awake in the morning. No particular issues to be seen. Young Timothy is already up, kind of also falling back into old rhythms as like the like ship's deckhand, just kind of like cleaning up every day. The cabin boy, so to speak. Yes, Oda.
Oda's an old man, so he can really only sleep for like 4 hours at a time before he like eventually tosses and turns and he has to get up to go pee and do all this type of stuff. So Oda's probably awake pretty early. So he's gonna go over to the kitchen and just see what's in here. What can he use? Maybe if he has enough time, he might run and grab some groceries. But he's gonna try and whip together some breakfast for everybody.
Captain Silvers is there, and he says, "Aye, the problem of being an old man."
Bathrooms in here are just the worst. I got up to pee like 3 times.
Just got to go off the side of the ship. It makes it faster.
That is actually so.
Yeah, you never think about it, do you? But
I keep tripping on this like random beam of wood. It's really throwing me.
They actually put that there on purpose to make sure that the boat isn't raided at night so easily. So that way they also make the steps different sizes. So that way creepers don't quite know what to do with it. They stub their toes on the steps.
I respect that quite a bit. But that sucks.
It's a real pain in the neck before you get used to it. Pain in a lot of other places too.
I suppose it really does really add to the accolade, which is knowing your ship, knowing your home, part of the crew, part of the ship. Whole 9 yards.
Yes. I suppose you came in here looking for some food, looking to cook or something?
I was gonna try and make food for everybody.
Well, you can step right up. I've managed to secure some fixins. I went into town a couple hours ago.
Nice, perfect, beautiful. Well, can I assist you in any way? How can put me to work?
By all means, man the frying pan. And you see some bacon sizzling over on a pan beneath a lit burner. The two of you will go to work fixing breakfast. The rest of you are awoken to the smell of cooking food. And the sound of maybe a little bit of argument because there's
Crispy
probably
bacon is the best form of bacon.
And he's like, no, you have to burn it. That's where the flavor comes from.
You can't. This is. You know how expensive this is. You know how hard it is to get pork belly out in the areas
I
like
was
these?
the one who bought it. I think I know.
And you want to waste it by burning it?
I want to make it the best firm of bacon you can eat.
Good morning.
Captain, would you tell this delinquent?
I'm
You can't
Mr.
burn the
Leslie.
banquet?
I know you're a tactical man who knows a good bacon when you smell it.
Without char, it's far from perfect, Oda. I'm sorry. I got it.
I knew that you were a captain true to your heart. Perhaps you are more of a man than I thought.
Look, I like the hardest stuff.
The aggression.
Leslie, I want you to know I respect you as a captain.
Well, that makes
But
one
you
of
know,
us.
You just broke. You've broken my
The
heart.
shame.
But
I'm
fine.
so sorry.
I just like throw the pan back onto the fire and I just kind of sit there watching it burn.
Yes.
Listen,
What is going on?
I don't mess around when it comes to how bacon is cooked, especially breakfast bacon. Not
What's
lunch or
going
dinner
on
bacon.
at
That's
this
different.
Dang kitchen. What are y'all talking
Oh,
about?
welcome, Adora.
Hello, lass. What are your thoughts on how well cooked some bacon should be? I'm one for it a little blackened on the edges.
I kind of slowly back out because I feel the tension. I'm like, I might not be the best because I don't like bacon or anything.
Oh,
Y'all have a good one.
I respect it. No,
Oh,
lass, come
okay.
back. I can see the calluses on your hands. I know you know how to cook mighty fine.
Oh, boy, do I know how to cook.
Well, step on in. This lad over here, he seems like a fine fellow. Can't handle a knife to cut. Worth nothing.
DM, can I roll? I guess this would be. I'm trying to think. Okay, so I think it'd be wisdom. I don't know. It basically I'm wanting to see if I will do good. If I remember the recipes back at the diner.
Oh, absolutely. They're burned into your memory. You don't even have to roll for that.
All right, y'all. I'm
Let's
gonna make
go.
some breakfast gumbo. We gonna use that bacon. All right.
Gumbo.
Here's the thing.
Let's
We gonna use that grease from that bacon. Use it as a base. We gonna make some gumbo. I'm gonna make some biscuits and gravy. We gonna be all right. All
Oh.
right. Y'all just sit y'all have your butts down, and we gonna be all right.
Woo!
right.
I ring the
The dinner
breakfast
bell.
the morning bell. It's
like-
like rope, and I have to
it's
pull
like-
it, and it goes ding,
Yep,
ding,
it's
ding,
like
ding.
cracked though, so it doesn't like ring out. It just like chick, 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 chick.
And I lean out the door of the kitchen, and go, "Tell him, hurry! It's breakfast time!"
Meanwhile, I'm finessing the kitchen. I'm just flipping ingredients, just cutting it up. It's great. I'm singing,
Oda
just jamming.
was like trying to help for a second, and then he's just like,
Don't touch nothing. Sit down. Don't touch my stuff.
I'm so sorry.
Captain
I'm so sorry.
Silvers will look over at Oda and Leslie and say, I know a fine cook when I see one. I bought this in preparation for her.
Oh my goodness!
He starts to like hack up a lung.
You need some water? You good?
does
Okay.
I'm fine. He takes a swig of whiskey.
eventually come up from the direction actually of the engine room. So he'll come
Was
up.
Talus sleep?
He'll come up,
Okay.
book like in hand, and he's actually already holding a coffee. And like not even almost really aware of the fact that there is food being prepped. He just kind of naturally walks into the kitchen, sets down his mug, pours some more coffee into it, and then picks it back up again. And then he looks up from his book. It's like, oh, you guys are all awake now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
breakfast time.
Do you want a plate? A plate and a bowl?
I'm okay, but thank you. I really
You're
appreciate
gonna
it.
say no to breakfast on
You
my ship?
can't say no
That's
to
a bit
breakfast
rude.
gumbo.
Can you believe this guy saying no to the
Have him
the breakfast
keyholed.
on a... My.
Would
You
at
never
least
have
join
flown
us
on a
as
ship
we-
like
Let's
this happened.
let's be nice, y'all. Let's be nice. I'd feel better if you at least had something.
I
A
think
little-
we've got a
Breakfast is a
plank in the
ritual.
back.
It might come to that if he
so-
refuses dinner.
So, Oda and Silvers hasn't seen that side of me yet. I don't really eat food, so I
wonder
will
you're so Okay, all right. Like,
I will sit with you guys if
Well,
that would
that's
make
why you don't have any meat on your bones, lad.
is this like
Right.
is this like?
And he'll just find a spot and sit down
Is this
and
something that we
put his
should
book
address
back down
medically?
and take a sip of his
Psychologically,
coffee.
Are you okay? Like,
You know,
once you
actually,
know that-
Oda has a strong point. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
if,
Is it?
sensation of eating? Do you have like
Wait,
body
wait, wait,
images?
wait,
You're-
wait,
you're
wait, wait, wait.
beautiful.
Gentlemen,
You
Gentlemen.
are a
You know?
wonderful person. I'm sorry I made
Gentlemen.
that comment about your form.
Gentlemen, y'all can't be upset that a young man is okay without eating. All right?
We're just concerned.
I'm sorry, I
know.
got worked
Trying to
up.
make
It's-
sure.
Look, breakfast food is sacred on this ship. It always has been. It's the thing that brings us together in the morning and the thing that often brings us together at night.
Well, the thing is, how
I-
I've grown up when it comes to the diner, it's not about the food itself. It's about the people you surround yourself with.
Oh,
You could have a grand feast and it end up being a murder party. Or you could be sitting at a table drinking some water and make the best of friends for life. And while she's talking, she like brings over the coffee carafe and just sits it next to Talith, knowing that that's the only thing that he's gonna be drinking, along with like a little thing of sugar cubes and like some little tiny little thing of creamer, just in case.
Um,
a little like packet of.
and also bring a
as-
little thing of nuts for Melody.
as you,
I'm assuming she's there, so a little thing of nuts.
yeah, he has Melody and Sirius. As you bring the coffee over, can I actually ask you to make a perception check?
Gosh darn it.
He hasn't drank any of the coffee.
No, it's not. It's not. That.
Good
You-
gosh.
You realize that there's a little mouth on the end of one of his fingers, and he just has it in the coffee, and that's how he drinks it.
I can't
And not
read
like a gross like leech mouth. It's like just an actual human mouth, just really tiny, just on the tip of
Like
his finger.
Parasite, you know?
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
Dirty 20.
Wow. Okay. So I would say, because this coffee is actually coffee that Talith made early this morning, and you do actually like as you bring it over, you just catch like just a slight whiff of it, and it
With
smells
the iron.
just so ever so faintly similar to actually the pipe that he smokes. Like it's definitely
Oh.
still coffee, but you can tell
Nutty.
there's something else
oh,
mixed
it's
in there
weed
too.
coffee.
This specific one also smells vaguely of aphrodisiacs.
I'm just like, whoa.
Very slightly.
Can I do a Arcana check?
Can you roll a nature check actually for me?
Nature, okay.
Yes.
I'm
But
happy
really-
to. I'm happy
Really,
to.
what happened was Medora smelled the coffee, realized that it was whatever it is, and went, "None of you guys want to drink this, so we're
None
just
of
gonna
this.
give the rest to him."
We're gonna shove it. Make sure the Talith drinks all of this.
21.
21. You can tell that this is not from any plant or animal concoction, which is normally like how like an aphrodisiac. It also isn't strong enough to be like an actual aphrodisiac or anything like that. It just has like you know like how like wines will have like notes of hickory. This is like
Yes.
Notes of aphrodisiac.
notes of aphrodisiac. You do think
That's the
that
next
it
fragrance
probably
that I'm buying.
100% new from Calvin Klein.
Oh, God.
Notes of aphrodisiac.
Notes
Oh my gosh.
new from Calvin Klein, vampire aphrodisiac.
Oh my gosh.
And you know that it smells kind of fire.
Bro, Grant would be obsessed with this coffee. He'd be like, Aaron, you have to drink this. It'll taste incredible. And I'm like, Grant, I hate every coffee you've ever given
trust,
me.
Bro, trust.
It's about the experience. That's a real Grant quote
valid.
while feeding me
That is
coffee.
a real. That is.
Oh, that is actually
Yes.
true.
Ooh.
It was honey processed.
But you do think that it is somewhat magical in nature, although not from like a spell.
I'm just like,
Bombastic side eye from Medora.
bombastic side eye.
Yeah.
Criminal
But
offensive
yes,
side eye.
he will sip on his coffee and like lightly pay attention to everyone else in the room, but mostly pay attention to his book.
Yeah.
Pillar of darkness.
100%.
Spawns.
He broods.
Well, and while I have that experience happen, I'm just like, "Whew, all right, gumbo's ready. Who wants biscuits and gravy with the gumbo?
Oh, absolutely.
Show of hands.
At some point in time, Adeline has walked in and she like nonchalantly will raise her hand. And then finally, Timothy will show up in the doorway, hand on the like
Oh my
door
gosh.
sill. He's shirtless. And he's like, oh man, yeah, I'll take some.
Timothy, put your shirt on.
What?
What are you doing?
Oh my God. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. It's been a long time. I'm sorry. I'm not used
Well,
to
I
other
can
people
tell
being
you've been-
around.
Yeah, it's all right. I can tell you've been hitting the sit-ups. That's good. You keep
Yeah,
them training.
yeah. I mean, hey,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
be up front when this happens. I'm like trying to pour a bowl for Leslie of gumbo, and now it's just
it's
overflowing.
just
I'm
overflowing.
just like,
He is jacked. Like he's got like the like full abs.
Leslie, the gumbo's still pouring. I'm just
Don't say it. He's got the V. You can call it
the gumbo is pouring, Leslie. It is now all over the table.
I won't say the word, Grant. You know the word I wanted to say, but I won't say it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just got seconds early is all.
Talith will just
Fine with me.
like send a little bit of prestidigitation, and it will just all just like clean up itself.
Thanks, Talon.
That's better. Thanks. Thanks,
I'm
Tyler.
gonna go put this hot gumbo back down on the stove.
There's a notification across the top of the screen right now that says new ship unlocked.
Medora will remember this.
Medora will remember that. Medora liked that.
Yeah, Medora liked that. Everyone liked that in the top corner.
And then especially
And then yeah, I was gonna say there's also Talith approves.
Medora.
approves.
It's just like a bunch of plus and minuses, but like Medora, it says affinity increased. Young Timothy will reappear.
Jaw drop.
Young Timothy will reappear at the door.
Wow.
Now once again clothed, and he'll say, "I'm so sorry about that."
He's
It's
wearing his favorite. Never mind.
flannel.
Sure. That's good. That's very good. It's flannel, but the sleeves are ripped off.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's work flannel.
Yeah, it's work clothes.
Yeah.
Which is the wedding's attire. by the
100%.
way.
Did you want gumbo and biscuits and gravy?
More than you could ever know.
What? I'm just like shaking, trying to come.
He's like looking at Leslie and Oda, and he's like, "I'm hungry. It's breakfast. Breakfast is sacred on this ship."
Here you go. And I just turn around. Like I full on turn around. I'm eating with like the plate of biscuits and gravy on my lap, like hired to cook out, and you're eating like out of your lap. I'm just like, okay, y'all enjoy.
I will.
Oda looks at Leslie.
Thank you.
Now, the next order of business is we all need to find work clothes for this wedding.
Oh, you can show up looking nice or looking not. The Hatazee are pretty chill with it. Pretty much whatever you want to wear.
I'll wear whatever I
You can dress to the
find that
nines if
isn't
you'd like.
Talith, are you able to do the Are you able to like remove wrinkles and clean clothes?
Like from your skin?
I can't.
See,
I can't
a doctor?
I can't repair clothes.
No, they
but I
don't need
can clean
repairs.
them.
They're just my ceremonial
Medora can
robes are
repair
just-
clothes,
Huh?
right?
Yep.
You can repair clothes, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Timothy's shirt looks like it
Yeah,
could use some
Timothy
attention.
like will hold up
yeah.
he'll pull up his shirt and be like, "Yeah, I've got a couple rips in the under." Are you all right? You look a little red. Are you do you have a fever or anything or?
I'm fine. I can
All
fix
right.
clothes.
Do you have a
Just-
fever? I mean, I could help you with that actually.
Oda, I'm gonna need you to look away right now.
No, I'm sorry. Anyway, Talith.
okay. I can fix clothes. I can fix-
my
I
ceremony.
I'm trying to think I can fix, broken links and mend like small holes in clothes if y'all want to look more presentable. I know I'm going how I'm dressed because they should love me for who I am.
Love that.
They
Keep that
will.
energy.
I think you look great.
Well, they said I literally cannot wear what I'm wearing, so I gotta find a change.
Are you still wearing the nerd outfit right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
He's
1000%.
still wearing full on sexy
And
nerd
it's
outfit.
It's just
It's too sexy.
almost sexy.
It's too
It's
attractive.
too almost sexy for this wedding.
Someone is getting married, Talith.
He might be the
Yeah.
second one in line.
True.
The way he dresses.
Okay. So Oda, you said that there was something that you needed cleaned.
Yes, just my ceremonial robes.
Oh, okay.
I don't get many opportunities to wash.
Sure. Yeah, I could help with that. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
What time is it right now?
Anyway,
He will. Gushing Silvers will pull out a pocket watch and he'll say, "Oh, it's about 10 in the morning after all the cooking got done."
And they said the
I
wedding was in the
confessed.
afternoon.
Yeah, so we've got a bit of time, I'd say.
I would
Okay.
love to try and find some sort of gift.
And if I have time, I'd actually, I kind of,
We could give him that
I
backpack.
turn away I turn away from Timothy. I
I'd say
kind of
Doc
want to
Room.
get dressed up a little bit. I kind of want to get some.
I thought they were gonna love you for who you are.
I look like I crawled out of the sewers.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, don't say that.
You look
No.
great.
Absolute lovely.
Medora. I mean, I was thinking about trying to see if I could update some of my attire too. If you
Yeah,
wanted
let's
to
go
look for
to-
something.
Let's go together. If
Guys,
that's okay with you. Do a
Guys,
little
we
shopping
Can I
too
spree.
close. We can't afford new character art right now.
Can I come? Can I come? Can I come?
No. This is just making sure my character still looks like my character art.
Oh, I see.
Same.
It's-
See, I've already
I just-
reverted.
I just need, a little bit. I there's only so much mending that I can do with my outfit right
Yeah,
now.
I
look down and it's
understand.
just like a bunch of tears. It's not like,
There's
like
more-
almost with the, but it's like it's enough to where it's like I can't use mending on it. Where it's like
Yeah,
there's, like,
there's
pretty
more
clean.
rip than cloth.
I'm still covered.
So,
I'm still covered,
what
but
is-
it's just a
what
lot,
I'm-
and I don't feel like I'd be well presented at this wedding like this. I don't want to.
I feel like I'm hearing a shopping episode coming on.
Thrift haul.
Guys, the episode is named
already had
Mawwiage,
a-
and we haven't even been to a wedding. What are we doing?
We could
we-
fast forward through the
we
finding
go.
and fixing
We
clothes.
spend the
Thrift.
morning buying new clothes and preferably some sort of gift. I want to present the gift in the mouth noise bag.
Yeah, absolutely. This is acceptable.
Oh yes,
I forgot he had that.
yes. You. Whenever you get something out of the bag, since you have to put your hand in the bag, it makes eating sounds when you grab something out of.
That
the
is
bag.
true. Yeah. It only when
Yeah.
you put your hand in. When you remove it, it doesn't. But it does when
it's
you
like-
put your hand in. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, never mind. I'm not.
Which is
gonna say
great.
What? You tell me. As the wedding begins, and you all show up, can you describe to me just a quick description? Kind of what did you guys end up looking like? You can pretty much
know-
pick and choose here.
I know this is going to sound like a oxymoron, but Leslie kind of went the direction that young Timothy was going, and he went for not sexy lumberjack.
Okay. So just you before you showed up here.
Pretty similar to that.
just
Yeah, now that you mention that, that is literally what Lexi did was lumberjack, and I didn't realize
Is that
until
your
you
cover
said
name?
it.
Is your cover name Lexi?
Did I just say
You
that?
absolutely
You just
did.
said Lexi.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Lexi, the lumberjack that isn't sexy and that doesn't look like Leslie, who's also a lumberjack.
Yeah. It's
But Zach-
I'm dressed in,
look very
I'm dressed
different.
in blue.
Yes, which is not a lumberjack color, which means it can't be
It is
sexy.
not everybody knew that Leslie never dressed.
And
in
you
blue.
know for a fact that Leslie is a summer and that is a winter color.
Exactly, and everybody knows it. That would go terribly with my complexion and eyes.
Absolutely. So
My name's Lexi.
Lexi shows up as a super not at all sexy lumberjack.
Blue da boo dee da boo die.
Absolutely.
Lumberjack.
Who wants to go next? Who wants to describe their character at this wedding?
I'll go next. So, still looking
Just like,
very
I've been
similar.
itching for this.
Still looking very similar to how he normally looks. However, he's shedded several of the layers of extra stuff. So, like, he doesn't have most of it, like his patchwork kind of leather armor. He doesn't have his jackets that he typically has on, or his cloak, actually. And he basically found the same kind of formal attire that he's normally wearing. So he has like the kind of the nice like high, nice tall boots with like the dark pinstripe pants. The kind of over the I don't even know what the proper terminology is for the type of vest it is, but the one that kind of like folds over and comes across, or whatever that he normally has. He found something
vest,
Yeah.
The bougie vest.
He has kind of this just simple like white kind of button up. He does actually have his sleeves rolled up a little bit, kind of up just above his elbows, and which would reveal something that none of you guys have seen yet. On his right arm, so the arm that he keeps his gauntlet that has his arcane focus, which he is still wearing. But kind of hidden, so starting somewhere on his hand, but hidden, and working his way up his arm, and then before it gets hidden again by the rest of his sleeve, you do see some sort of purple, what you assume to be some sort of serpentine tattoo that kind of is working its way and coiling, or kind of around his arm, and kind of before again it gets hidden up in the rest of his sleeve. So just, that's something you guys see for the first time ever.
Sick.
He does have his hair kind of pulled back and neatened up a little bit, a little nicer than it normally is. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Oda, Medora.
Yeah, I know. Oh, did you go? Oh, okay.
No, anyone could go. I was just naming two people.
Oh, okay. I was gonna best for last. I'm just kidding. Medora, knowing that like she still has her love for formal events, kind of cleaned up a little bit, even though like she knew like she didn't need to go above and beyond. She decided to leave her braid piece back in the ship. So she's undone her hair. It's like has that wavy crimp left from the braid. It's down like with the middle part just all nice and flowy. She still chose darker colors. She found a emerald green blouse that she put underneath like a black corset, long black skirt, and somehow found some boots that fit her. And of course, wore stockings underneath just in case. Slightly done makeup just to kind of cover some possible bruising that she still had and like some leftover scarage from yesterday. And of course still is somewhat concerned about her fingertips as the blackening is starting to slowly but surely crawl up her arm.
Fantastic.
Like her wrist arm kind of.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Does if Tauth notices that in the searching for clothing, he would make an effort to find like the the black leather gloves that like have like kind of like the large kind of hole on the back, but like comes across with like the simple little bucklet, like
You want
like
some
biker gloves.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say OJ Simpson gloves, but that's not a
Yeah,
good call.
no,
Maybe they're too
I mean,
small.
I don't know what they're called. I just know that they're like often like they're like women's formal attire gloves.
If you would like gloves, you can find they have several different ones available.
And yeah, he would offer them if she wanted them while they were both looking for new clothing.
Gloves,
Oh,
no gloves.
I'm good, thank you. And when she lifts up her hands, I don't think they've ever noticed her nails, but where they're like usually like they looked normal, they now almost look talon like. Yeah, like
Mhm.
legit almost like cat's claws, where they kind of have that like larger hump on the end and like more at a point and a little bit longer. And she's like, "Oh, it's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine.
It's difficult to get gloves on with those
I-
signs.
It'll be quite
I
hard
understand.
to just
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I know. I understand. He just throws the gloves.
No, don't want those anyway. Don't want 'em. Oda, how you looking when you come to the event?
As Oda walks in, instead of being in kind of the more wrapped clothing that he has, more monkish style robes, he has a very different look about him, a much more regal and celestial nature. He's gonna have long, flowing black robes that go all the way to the floor, and there's several layers to them. Each of them has a different hue to them, that ever so slight, that create this layered pattern that almost kind of sucks you in. There's almost a magical effect to it, where the way that it shimmers and almost spins with the light, it feels like you're like looking into the void. Is kind of the idea behind the robes. They drift all the way down to his legs. They kind of trail back behind him a little bit. You can't see any of his feet. Excuse me. He then also has long flowing arms with like the Tolkien-esque elvish sleeves that like come and they like hang down like 4 feet. He has those, but they kind of hang up a little bit higher. They start at the elbow, and that's where they hang, revealing his forearms and his hands. On his forearms, you can see that both of his arms are covered in tattoos, very similar in style with different looks to them. They're both going to be a wood grain style tattoo of rolling clouds that cover the entirety of his right arm. They cover the entirety with little patches of moonlight coming through, and you can see that they're the way that it looks is that the moonlight shines and reveals a gentle rain coming down, very reminiscent of like a spring storm, something that's going to bring on flowers and life. And then on the other side, the same wood grain style tattoos cover his arm, but it's a raging thunderstorm, something much more harsh and dangerous. And then across the back of his forearm, surrounded by the wood grain, there are some words in Celestial, if anybody happens to speak Celestial.
You want to speak Celestial out here?
I
you speak
don't
Celestial?
think so. I'm
No
pretty
one
sure
will
I
ever know.
Celestial, anybody? Celestial? Nope.
Sorry.
Celestial?
Secrets.
I mean, I don't speak Celestial. However, I do have the spell Comprehend Languages.
Well,
we just might have
Let me
together
know if
one
you
at
ever
some point in
decide
time.
to look into that. So yeah, revealing his 2 forearms covered in tattoos. They come down onto the back of his hands a little bit. Hanging from his left hand, he does have almost like a rosary style necklace, black obsidian beads. It's what he usually has on him, with his holy symbol hanging off of his hand. So yeah, he just looks like a walking black hole with a holy symbol. It's pretty great.
Young Timothy looks like he did this morning with shirt. Captain Silver is in a canary yellow zoot suit with like a baby blue suede shoe and
gosh.
Oh, he
blue
looking like
suede
Uncle Papa
tie
coming through.
and a kind of a wide brimmed bright yellow, like canary yellow Godfather hat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so he's looking like a pimp.
Wow. Does he
Absolutely.
look like the mask?
He looking like Uncle Pappy
It
Pimp.
does wear a zoot suit in a lot of ways, yeah.
Looking like a
That's
pimp
so
named
funny.
Have you ever seen there's an episode of Tom and Jerry where he gets a zoot suit? He looks like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Except with a peg leg and a hook
This is
hand.
big me. This is big my family.
Yeah. So that's what everyone, y'all roll up to this wedding.
What
Everyone's
a
I
what a
look so
crowd.
cool and awesome. And then there's just bright yellow Captain Silvers. But you arrive to the wedding very, very well on time. Oh gosh, that is not what I intended.
I go over to the gifts table. I leave the bag of mouth noises that's filled with like a couple of gold coins and like a nice like charcuterie basket assortment of things.
Yeah.
You know, whatever we can find.
Some nice sliced meat.
There's probably like a ratchet with a number 10 socket. You
Yes,
know?
an extra one
Very
for sure,
important.
for sure.
Always. Very important.
Yeah, there's also an Allen wrench in there too.
Yes.
You never know.
Just a variety of various tools. All of you kind of take your seats. There isn't any particular like seating. Talith, you do end up in an aisle seat, which is then quickly taken up by in a wheelchair. There's Lakiri.
Oh,
And she's like, "Hey, so it's nice to see you at the wedding."
Let's go.
oh my god!
It's nice to see that you made it too.
Did the old man give you my number?
Yes, he did.
Good. Just call me if you need anything.
I appreciate that.
I won't always be here, but I'll be here for the rest of the wedding. So,
Okay.
yeah, just call me if you need anything.
Staying somewhere, like how long you in town?
Yeah.
I'm inputting myself. Sorry.
Haven't seen you come here often. I saw you from across the bar, and I really liked your vibe.
DM.
Yeah, Medora.
Can I? I wanted to roll to see if I could see if this conversation's happening.
Oh, you for sure know. You're right next to him.
Okay, so I kind of want to say while this is happening, I've turned
right next to Talith.
and I'm kind of giving her a glare.
Don't touch my boy.
She looks at you and she like looks at Medora, and then she looks back at you and she's like, I thought you said that you were single.
Not even noticing like what Medora is doing at all. He's just like, I didn't say anything about being single, actually. Did I say something about
I know
being
that.
single?
I know that you said that you already had someone, but I could have sworn that the old man said that you were single. So one of you two is lying to me.
Okay.
Is this what you do? Is you just run around, you toy with people's hearts? Is this the kind of man? I thought that you were better than this. When you pulled me out of the rage and fire, I really thought that I had found someone. I can't believe you did this to me.
I don't really know the old man that well. I met him like 2 days ago.
So you guys saying you come together and you figure out he's like your temporary wingman for something, or I can't believe that this is so disrespectful. I can't believe you did this the day before a wedding.
I'd like to point out Oda, like 6 seats down, just sees the two of them talking. He's like, nice, heck yeah. Oh yeah. They're getting along. Oda's so happy.
I'm sorry.
She'll look at Medora and she'll say, I hope you know that he was giving me eyes the entire time. So don't go trusting him for anything, okay? And then she'll like just wheel away.
Oh my gosh.
Talith just is very, very confused. And then he'll look to Oda and be like, what did I do to you?
I was like,
What?
I'm sorry.
As she wheels away, you hear her say, I did not go all that work to get my medical degree for nothing. And then she just wheels
Oh
away.
my god.
The wedding begins. Everyone has taken their seats, standing at the front, in kind of like almost like a purple velvet suit.
Nice.
Is Akishi.
Nice.
He is standing there, excited, kind of nervous, a little jumpy. The music begins. The bride is walked down the aisle. She's beautiful, wearing a beautiful kind of egg white, soft eggshell. Excuse me, eggshell.
Egg white.
Yeah, egg white. Excuse me.
As the bride is going down, Oda does start crying. Notices that Leslie's also crying, so he pulls out some tissues, hands Leslie some tissues.
Absolutely.
it's just like,
I'm not crying yet. It's always the part when they walk down with the parents.
Yeah, standing at the altar, you see the priest. He is up there. He's covered in burns, and his head is bandaged.
I have so much respect for this man.
Absolutely. They stand together, and you hear him say, Mawwiage.
I can't believe I keep doing it.
Mawwiage is what
did it.
brings us together today. Mawwiage, that blessed arrangement, that dweam within a dweam, and love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love. Continues on, eventually getting to the end. And love, true love, will follow you forever. You may kiss the bride. The ceremony is finished, and everyone claps, goes on their way, starts throwing rice. You know, the whole bit.
Beautiful.
I want to say that Medora, you can't tell if she's crying from laughter or from what happened. She's just like,
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Talith is totally that dude who is watching the sports game,
Yeah.
aka he just because he just is reading his book
Yeah.
like the whole time basically.
But yeah,
And he's in an aisle seat, so it's like direct line of sight for the like everybody in the bridal party, you know?
absolutely.
Do they party hardy? Is there explosions?
Absolutely.
Is there death?
As after the rice is thrown, there is a pyrotechnics show.
I like to think that like the rice is thrown and then out of the like under the stage it just like blows up.
Yes.
But like not in a harmful way.
The
just in, like, a
bride's
ceremonial
dress
way.
starts on fire, but in like a
Katniss
a Hunger Games
Yeah.
type way.
Right.
Probably.
Canon.
Hopefully.
We all assume it does.
Yeah, she's not like screaming in pain, so hopefully this is like fake fire. Either
They
that.
were inspired by the other day's events.
Absolutely. There is like
Epic.
some talk of that. They're like, oh my goodness, that's the same fire that almost killed her. What a sight, you know?
They have a rebar display over in the corner.
As kind of everyone convenes and gets ready to go to like what's it called afterwards? The party. Yeah,
reception hall?
thank you, the reception. The priest will speak up and he'll say, for anyone who is here for the funerals, they will proceed immediately after everyone from the marriage has proceeded to the reception hall. You are welcome to stay, and then we will proceed with the festivities. You're not sure where his accent went? That might just be a bit that he does. And a couple of people in the
Talent
back who
is
are wearing like
cracking up.
all black and like veils.
Talith actually.
Like shake the bride and groom's hand and are like, thank you, we really needed that today. I hope you have a wonderful marriage. And then they will take their own seats in the pews as the priest stays behind to perform the funerals for the people who died yesterday.
We have to sit through the funerals.
It isn't required. You can go to the reception.
I'm a respects. I'm a go.
Oh, it's not required to stay. It's mainly for the families of the deceased. Anyone who isn't a big fan of weddings.
Yeah, I just don't want to disrespect the families. I don't feel like
Oh.
it's my place to really.
I don't.
Not at all.
Odo will lean over. Typically, it's not seen as disrespectful if you did not know.
I'm trying
Deceased
to
at all.
leave this dang funeral, dude. I
We're
don't
giving
do
you
funerals
the
that well.
excuse to leave.
Yeah, you
How
can
do
you
we
can go.
dance?
Not disrespectful.
How do we
that doesn't mean
dance?
you can leave.
How could we possibly dance
tried.
knowing all this?
Mr. Brightside is playing in the other room.
Oh no!
Yeah, like echoing. Everyone's cheering.
Jealousy turns into
At this point, Odo's gonna.
They're
Odo will
like
stand up,
weeping.
and he'll go up to the priest, and he'll kind of shake the priest's hand, and there's like a non-verbal exchange of like, I got it from here, you know.
Yeah, he looks at your holy symbol. He looks back at you.
I shake his hand. I do like the presidential handshake. where I
Absolutely,
grab the
yeah,
elbow,
yeah.
I'm like, that was
You
a
both
beautiful
turn to the people, and he's like,
job.
I've always been more of a weddings guy than a funerals guy, so I'm happy to let you take it from here.
Honestly, it was very beautiful.
I hear they
that
have-
rendition
They've got red velvet at the reception, so
You're good. I got it from here.
fantastic. You're going to do a great
This
job.
will also be Tal's cue to leave.
Yeah. He'll join
We're
your
just
group
backing out.
as you all head to the reception.
Oda stays for the funerals.
Yes, Oda, you
Is
perform.
Oda performing? Yeah, performing the funeral.
Yeah, he knows the funeral
job.
rights.
Yeah, because he's the
It's
death
like his
guy.
whole job.
He's like, well, time to step
Good
up.
work.
Yes, I know I was a part of causing these deaths, but
Yes,
I
I know I
sad
murdered all
about
these
it.
people, but
I started it. Might as well end it.
It's not murder,
yeah.
it's manslaughter. There's a big difference. This wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
And we all
Anyway.
live it up in the other room where there's red velvet cake.
Yeah, there's on the other room, Mr. Brightside is playing. Saying red velvet cake. People are partying.
I will say, Talus does have a very small slice of the red velvet cake.
Absolutely, it is delicious.
Let's go.
A couple people think that it's a little tacky with all the death yesterday. I have a red cake, but it was pre-ordered. So what are you gonna do? As you guys head to the reception, Oda, you will eventually join them. That is where we're going to end the episode tonight.
Nice.
Short
Wow,
and
that's
sweet.
kind of a happy ending. I mean, it did end with like funerals.
Yeah. But it also ended
But
with
then
Mr.
it
Brightside, which can never be a
Yeah.
bad thing.
You know,
That's
we
like-
had some happy joining two lives together, and we had some lives
Celebration
stopped.
of the lives lived.
Yeah, some lives that were
exactly.
separated physically from being alive. Yeah, that is our episode for tonight. Thank you everyone who stayed here to watch. I know that it ran a little later than we normally do. We had technical difficulties. We had people who had to do stuff. I had to run stream. That's terrifying. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh God, I probably need to actually do ending
You did
stream
so
stuff.
well.
Thank you for watching.
did so
We
well.
hope that you continue to join us here on Monday nights. We should be back next week, as far as I know. And theoretically, we should all be here.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
And
exciting!
Gracie will be back.
Yes, we should have a full cast and crew. We will keep you informed in the Discord as best we can. Things have been very tumultuous lately, so we're doing our best. Thank you for being here. Thank you to our Kickstarters. Our backers for being here. Remember to look in your emails for surveys, especially Mythic Tier. We messaged you. I want to talk with you so that way you can help me shape this world. So check your emails, respond.
For the Mythic Tier backers, there are questions in that email that could be answered, you know? So maybe like focus on those questions.
You know who you are.
Rather than, I'm not trying to call any specific person out.
No,
I am.
Being willing to
100%.
participate is assumed when you gave us the
You
money
know
for it.
exactly who you are.
So those of you who feel like they're being rude, they know the person.
Yes,
IRL
I know the
who they're
person
at. So it is all friendly banter. We love our Kickstarter.
I've known them since I was a young child. DJ's
lad.
known them for longer. But yeah, so thank you to all of our Kickstarters, all of our wonderful Dungeoneers who were here tonight. We hope that you had as much fun. Thank you to my players. I hope that you had a lot of fun tonight. I know that I had
you,
an
DM.
absolute blast.
Thanks, Aaron. That was really fun.
And the only thing that I think that I have left to say is the same thing that I say every week. Good luck and Godspeed, everyone. We will see you next time, Dungeoneers.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
And then we're doing what's happening here.
What?